Hello, John.
How are you, alright?
Here we have John Hiscock.
Graham, how are you, mate?
Good to see you, mate.
And you?
Oh, Tim.
You alright?
How you feeling about today?
Good. Just a day of getting used to things, isn't it? As long as I come home happy, that's all I...
What do you mean? You could not have looked more embarrassed last week, could you?
He loves it.
They enjoy that, don't they?
Oh, brilliant, wasn't
That's
it?
what it's all about, really, don't it?
Yeah, they don't realise, do they? Not really, they just don't. But yeah, funny.
Hi, Bob.
What time do you call this get set up?
I've been here since yesterday.
You've been here since yesterday?
Yes, I'm slacking.
Oh, it's you, is it?
Couldn't get to bed.
Morning, ladies.
Morning. Okay.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm glad you got the sunshine for us today, though.
Thank you.
Morning, men.
They do alright?
So who have we got here?
Spectator.
You're a spectator.
Winterburn Racing.
Winterburn.
I'm just part of the crew. I'm not.
Oh, what, Billy's?
Yeah,
Billy. Here he is now. Look.
Hello, mate. You alright?
Not bad, yo.
Is this your first one out this year?
No.
For Ricky there.
Asleep.
We're not going to say anyway. You old fat nagger. See you later.
See you later.
Your name at me, will you?
Morning, Rob.
How you doing, Dale?
How you doing?
He's not technical, yeah.
That's why I like that. It wasn't.
Must be an army man, doesn't it? Look at how immaculate these are.
They've got that support on them. Yeah.
This is how your bike's got to look, mate.
Oh mate, I haven't had time to. The thing's
Don't
been in
make no
pieces.
excuses.
I knew that. I'm embarrassed to tuck it down now. I thought, look, I've had to change this because they haven't got the different brackets on it. I've had all the front end off, tried to get it in the van.
Just-
So, I'll just put the old forks back on it and get
Have
it
a look
back
at
in the
that.
van.
Right.
I don't want to look at that. I don't put that on telly.
Look at this, look. It looks like brand new.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't it?
I know.
He's the only boy this week.
Hello.
Well, Fred?
Bobby boy, all right, mate.
Yeah, you are, mate.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. Poor dude.
Yeah, I'm very sickly.
Morning, people.
Morning, you're right.
Yeah.
Morning, Trev.
All right, Bob.
How we doing?
Alright, Bob.
You like this, don't you?
Different tone to it.
Right, see you in a bit.
Jump on a chair.
Yeah, I think so.
What are you doing? Take a picture of her.
Don't look in there, it'll break.
Look at the old pension.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to this Grasstrack Sports production of the Southern Centre Championships here today at Owslebury in Hampshire. We have got a fantastic lineup of Grasstrack competitors here today at Owslebury. The Southern Centre Championships, over 90 years of history with this title. Lots and lots of different famous winners. Luke Coffin, Roger Measer, amongst others. Famous names in the sport that have held this title. It is a big, big title to win, and we are very proud to be hosting it here today at Owslebury. It has rained consistently overnight, and it rained all day yesterday as well. There were a few problems getting into the field, but the circuit itself is in absolutely tip-top form. Of course, earlier in the year, Bantasia 3 was cancelled, so the circuit wasn't used earlier in the year. but it has been used today. It will be used today and is in great condition. It's as big as we've ever run it as well, and we're looking forward to seeing how it goes. A tremendous lineup is here. We've got Alfie Botel, Birmingham Speedway rider. He's here today in the 500 solos. And interestingly, New Zealander Bradley Wilson-Dean, who is very, very quick on a grass track bike, he's here too in that 500 solo class. They're certainly going to be the two to catch. Chad Wirtzfeld is here as well. He lowered the feathers of Alfie Botel in a couple of heats, and Edward Kennett as well at Frittenden last week. Pretty much all the 1,000 sidecars are here as well. There's a really strong lineup of 1,000 sidecars. There's 500 sidecars here as well. And the old and new class, they have their Gold Cup, which is their British Championship equivalent. That takes place here today. They've entered in their, there's about 8 or 9 of them here today, so plenty of competition there as well. The 250 solos, the 350 solos and the upright solos are supporting as well. There's some brilliant racing in store, and we can't wait to find out who will be the Southern Centre champions for 2023. So we've come into the pit, see who we can find. Great to have the 500 sidecars here today, and we've caught up with Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, a crew that are going very, very well, but having a few problems off the starts at the moment. But last week at Frittenden, Sean, you were a feature of one of Bob's videos. Probably not for the reason you'd like to be, though.
No, what can I say? Everyone says it makes it exciting, so I'm just going to say I do it on purpose, so I make the racing exciting.
Are you? Is there anything you're trying to do with the bike to try and sort of rectify it?
I think our trouble is we just got too much drive. We've tried things on a regular basis, but haven't quite found it yet. But obviously Frittenden, it didn't help. The track was hard as well. It was very hard ground. We're dropping it in some ruts, and yeah, it was just going sky high, and it's just one of them. We were trying different things, different positionings, weren't we? And just kept going up. But
so, Lewis, obviously from your perspective, it's probably quite terrifying. You've got your head down usually, not knowing whether it's what it's going to do.
Yeah, normally I'm kind of used to it now. We've been at it a while, so second nature really. No, it's just a case of always hanging on, never forget, just hang on. So it's a bit of a shock to do it 3 times in one meeting. I think that's a personal record, but like Sean said, it's just something we've got to get on with. Can't fault him last weekend. It wasn't through fault of trying. We didn't get a podium place, so it's just something we got to work on all the while.
So you've obviously this week's a new week, another race meeting. You've had a look at the track. How are you thinking? What are you thinking about the track today here?
we won't know till we get out and practice on it, really. Obviously it's quite green at the minute, but I'm sure the thousands will soon fetch that off. Obviously it's been quite dry, isn't it? And this rain's probably done it a world of good, if anything.
Yeah. And thoughts on the sport at the moment in this country? You've obviously, there's a few new crews about, but you're in a bit of a funny position yourself. You seem to be kind of in between places at the moment, really. You kind of, obviously Mitch is absolutely flying at the front and taking on all of Europe, and then you've got a lot of people behind you.
That's where we want to be, really. We want to be on the continent more. We kind of decided halfway through this year that we needed to be out there more, but we thought it's pointless spending the money on a licence halfway through the year, so we're going to save up through the winter and try and go out there next year, because I think that'll bring us on leaps and bounds. Like you say, I think we're kind of stuck between the top end and the middle, so it's just something which we've got to sort. We went out to Stads Canal, and just to be racing out there in front of that many people and to leave with a nice wedge of cash made it even better. But yeah, I mean, a few new people coming in are doing good, but at the same time, if we're entering meetings all the while and there's newer people there, it's no fun for us being at the front all the while. We want to fight and win. So yeah.
Yeah, well, going from strength to strength, I'm sure you'll work at it, and yeah, good to hear that you're looking at the continent for the future.
Yeah, we've still got to look after this country though, that's the trouble as well, because obviously we've had a lot leave our class, well, over the last couple of years, haven't we? You've had like Sir Harvey and all that, Vale, and they're always contenders, and Beatty's not really out either, and they're always contenders, so you sort of got to look after the boys in this country and bring them on a bit as well.
Yeah, well, good stuff. Good luck for today, and yeah, hope it all goes well.
Cheers, Gareth, thank you very much.
Cheers, lads. So we've come to the right-hand sidecars, and Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, and yeah, I mean, we're going to have to talk about last week, aren't we?
I thought it might come up at some point. Yeah.
Pleased?
Yeah, very pleased. Yeah. I mean, the winner side, I just like close racing, and that was one hell of a race.
Yeah, it was a fantastic race, absolutely brilliant. I've just watched it this morning, and yeah, obviously that's one time. Obviously, brother beats you a lot because he's the best ever, probably. But yeah, it must be a bit of an edge going towards the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a good form all year, really. Yeah. We've had a really good year so far, so Yeah.
Beat him a couple of times in some races.
Yeah, we've had a good few.
Just mentioned that. Bewley went round the outside of him. But it's nice to actually win a proper final and make the race a good race.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and obviously Terry's there or thereabouts as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, that was within the final and the race, and I knew Mark was going to be a problem, but at the same time, I knew Terry was somewhere as well, and that's the thrill of it. You know, you're looking at a bike, you know someone's nearby. It's just you can't beat that.
Great stuff. So this week we're obviously at this track. It's somewhere you rode at Bantasia 1. You rode here, didn't you? But yeah, a bit different to Frittenden, I suppose, in many ways. Are you feeling good about the track? Have you had a look at it?
No, well, that's what practice is for, in my opinion. So we'll just go out there and see what happens. If I'm honest. Yeah.
Everyone's saying the same, actually, Wayne. Everyone's saying, I'll just go out and practice and see what happens. And yeah, you've been doing it a long time now, so.
Yeah, well, I think nearly longer than you. No, not longer than you. But yeah, about 15 years now. So we find if we just turn up and not get our nerves the better of us, then yeah. So yeah, we just go out there and do our best, really. We haven't made many changes. If anything, we've just learned to ride the bike.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. Yeah, because obviously, quite often you see that crews are changing things and chopping things. I mean, Mark obviously has tinkered throughout his whole career, and to get performance, sometimes he goes out, wins a race by half a lap, comes in and changes everything, and sometimes it's too many changes, isn't it? But Mark seems to make it work. But you guys are obviously thinking consistency is what you need.
Yeah, I mean, we change a few tear-offs and about it, really. The bike, yeah, top it with fuel and we'll send it. Yeah,
I think it's more like we're just turning up, not letting our nerves get the better of us. We've sorted out. We know we got track speed. We know we've got that, and we've worked on our gating mainly, and we've tried a few things. We know a couple of things work on certain track conditions, so we just go with that now, and it just seems to work without any problems. So, touch wood. There's none around here, but yeah, the Masters is the one.
It's not far off. Well, good luck today, guys. Well done for last week, and yeah, shame I couldn't be there, but yeah, seen it on the video and it's very impressive. So well done, and let's see some more good racing today.
Cheers, Gav. Thank you, mate.
Ready? So we've now got our first solo rider, Chad Wirtzfeld, and Chad, yeah, great to have you back here at the Bantasia Arena. You've had some great moments here. Yeah, must be looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I've always seemed to have gone well here on this track, so hopefully I can get a win today.
And the season so far, it seems it's been a bit up and down. Sometimes you seem to be an absolute well beater, other times you're struggling a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how you're feeling about that, really.
Yeah, I've been trying a few bits and bobs, and it slowly works, but I've gone back to what I was on last year, same engine and everything, and it's been going well. Just a few mistakes, like crashing in finals and stuff, but overall I think my speed's all right.
Yeah, I wasn't there last week, but I was told you were going well and had a couple of really good heats. But yeah, a good meeting all told last week, despite the final.
Yeah, it was good. I felt back to my old self, like going in faster, overtaking better and stuff. Just made a small mistake on the final, pushing and spun round.
Yeah. Well, it's easily done, I suppose, but yeah, good luck for today, Chad. Obviously, lots of people looking forward to seeing you coming around here, and yeah, a few more of those dives up the inside would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be good. Hopefully, I can make the start and go, but it's not always easy like that.
No. Well, good luck today, Chad. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Right, we've got caught up with another right-hand sidecar crew who is lighting up the sport at the minute, really going places. Dale Fish and Jordan Fish, absolutely flying last week at Frittenden. Yeah, you must have really enjoyed last week. Obviously, yeah, your daughter's not quite. Before we came on, they weren't quite ready for interview. It's the first time, but yeah, we've got to talk about last week. You looked absolutely awesome.
Yes, we did do all right. To be fair, it was a bit of a lucky heat, should I say, as well. But yeah, I think we put on some good race time, so I'm really happy with it.
Well, I mean, in your first heat you beat Matt Fumarola, and yeah, he's no slouch. He's a good rider, so yeah, don't do yourself a disservice. But obviously at the beginning of the year, plenty of changes to the bike.
Yes, and a lot of getting used to. Big change. I suppose the first 3 meetings was like getting used to it, and now we come together quite well, haven't we? Yeah. Now I can put a bit more trust in the bike. So, Bob, mind your back.
There's a car reversing. Yeah, and Jordan, obviously you're enjoying it. You came on board with Dale, and having not really done the passengering before, but obviously really enjoying yourself.
Yeah, not too bad. Just like I say, it's, we're gelling all right together now. Just a few more tinkers with the bike, and we should be up to scratch, hopefully.
And when the bike, obviously the frame changed considerably with the slung out front end and everything else, have you found it suited you, or have you had to adapt your style at all?
It's a lot more easier. It suits the style because Stella's a big lad, so yeah, it's a bit more comfortable for me to ride on the back, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, great. And it must be nice for you boys, obviously, having been part of the Grasstrack family for many years, to now be making waves in the sport, Dale.
And it's nice to be doing well. I kind of wanted to have the people to worry about me when I was on the line, so not that I was going to be an easy option, and now I feel like we're at that level. So yeah, I'm really glad. And obviously, like I say, our family's done it. It's been really nice.
Great stuff. Well, have a good day today and good rest of the season. Obviously, the Masters is a big one coming up, so yeah, best of luck with it all.
Thank you.
Thanks
Cheers.
very much.
All the best.
So we've caught up with 350 rider Steve Garside, who's you've sort of come back to the sport recently, Steve, and seem to be absolutely buzzing and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's a surprise really. After all those years, 30 odd years, and then coming back last year, I've slotted in amazingly well, and everyone's welcomed me back, and I've made so many new friends. It's not just the racing, it's the atmosphere and the family that's involved. You know, the Grasstrack sport family. It's a big thing.
Yeah, it's what keeps us here, to be fair. And but I mean, on your form, you're riding well. I mean, you've made a lot of podiums, been up in amongst it a lot. You must be delighted with how quickly you've got on speed.
Surprised, really surprised. Yeah, I thought I'd just be riding around and having a laugh. The laugh part sort of got rid of that when it got a bit more serious, because I got into it a little bit quicker than I thought. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's going a bit faster than I thought I would be, to be honest. Taking the gates and riding my own race. That's it. Not getting involved. Don't do anything silly. Just keep plodding on.
Obviously, you've chosen to join the 350 class. Is there any reason for that?
Yeah, it was the class I rode back in 89, 90. The 250, 350s I rode for antiques, and then stopped in 1990, and then just thought I need to come back. I looked at the 250s, but I couldn't ride a 250 like that all the way around. And I thought, let's go back to the 350s as I was. And I'm loving it. I'm buzzing on it. Yeah,
great stuff. It's really good to have you here, and obviously lots of people have enjoyed racing against somebody that's relatively safe and enjoying it. And
the 350 class there's a couple of old boys in it and a lot of young lads, but it's a good class. It's never been. It's like the class that's a little bit missed at times. They jump from the 250 to the 500s. The young kids are on the 500s quick now, and they want to jump straight up. The 350's got a good bunch of lads in it. We all look out for each other. The few that are a little bit quicker than others. Cameron is flying, and he's just in a world of his own. That lad, a category of his own, I should say. It's great to see. But I've slotted in a little. I'm in a place just above some, below others. Keep plodding on, getting the points, and maybe get another podium.
Yeah, well, good luck today, Steve. Good luck for the rest of the season as well. And glad you're enjoying it so much.
I've enjoyed it, and thanks to everyone that's supporting me and made me feel welcome. It's helped me out a lot.
Great. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. Good, Bob. So we've heard from some of the riders. People are obviously really up for today. It's looking very good out there on practice at the moment. The circuit is looking absolutely brilliant. So now we will go over to the racing.
Thank you.
So we have got race number 1 coming on to the circuit now. The 250cc solos. We've got no Jake Breeze in this one, number 40. His place is taken by number 318 Mick Parton. But apart from that, we are, as per programme, we've got 8 riders that should be coming to line here. So race number 1, sponsored by Team Parlour Racing. Tapes up and away they go, and it's a brilliant start there from Charlie Wood. So it is Charlie Wood who leads coming off the first turn. Austin Richards is in that second place. Mick Parton's got himself into third. And look at the speed of Charlie Wood at the front. He is absolutely flying as he goes around that pit corner. Problems for Tim Grigg at the back. That's worrying to see. Tim's always up the front, but something's gone on early there. So Charlie Wood, number 33, up from Kent this afternoon. Going well here as he comes round this turn. Austin Richards currently with no answer, but there's a real scrap going on for this third place here as Max Derrick is trying to go round the outside of Mick Parton. He's got round the outside of Mick Parton as they go into the pit corner, and now Zach Beatty is looking like he's going to start attacking. In fact, we've got a red flag out here, so there's a red flag. Red flags are out. There's an issue at the start, I believe. So Charlie Wood is the rider making his way towards the start line. Obviously completely disappointed with that, I would have thought. So the rider's back at the tapes this time for the rerun of race number 1. Will Charlie Wood be able to repeat that start that he made in the opening race there? So tapes up, and once again it is Charlie Wood who's made a good start. Tim Grigg is the rider that's gone with him though, and it's Tim Grigg that's up the inside, and it's Grigg who just leads as they go into the turn, but Charlie Wood's much quicker, much wider as well as he comes around that turn. Charlie Wood leads, he's got a very good lead as he comes past us. Tim Grigg is now under pressure from Austin Riches for his second place. And once again those riders all squabbling over third place. It's Max Derrick at the moment who's got into fourth. So Charlie Wood leading this one handsomely here. He's looking good in that first place. Austin Richards has got himself past Tim Grigg for that second, and now Max Derrick is getting close to Tim Grigg in that third place. Tim Grigg finds himself completely surrounded in young riders here, all these youngsters around him. All of these riders have come up through the youth ranks, they're all teenagers and they're all giving Tim Grigg a real hard time in that third place at the moment. One more lap to go for Charlie Wood. He is looking impressive here. Zach Beatty is now attacking Max Derrick, and he's gone up the inside of Tim Grigg for that third place as well. So really that is where the battling is. Zach Beatty's right on the side of Max Derrick. They are absolutely neck and neck for that fourth place. And Tim Grigg is holding them up in that third. Charlie Wood takes the win. It's a good win for Charlie Wood. Austin Riches will come home second, but look at this battle for third. It's incredibly close as they come past us. So some great racing for that third place. But it was a win for Charlie Wood. So the results of race 1, the 250 solos, sponsored by Team Palmer Racing. It was a win for number 33, Charlie Wood. Second place, number 46, Austin Riches. Third place, number 10, Tim Grigg. Fourth place, number 6, Max Derrick. Fifth place, number 48, Zach Beatty. And sixth place, number 318, Mick Parton. The winning time, 1 minute 21.09. 1 minute 21.09. And now we go to the second of the 250 solos, race 2. We've got no Cameron Taylor, number 101, but he is replaced by number 26, Luke Harris. And Shane Knight will be riding number 229, not 339. Shane's bike packing up earlier on in practice, so he's gone to Dad's bike. And those of you familiar with the sport will know that Richie Knight's number has been 229 for many years, so that's what Shane will be riding. Let's hope it brings him some good luck this afternoon. So race number 2 is at the tapes, ready for this 250 solo race. And we are just waiting, I think, for one more rider who is coming out now, making their way over. So we've got Adam Hawker, Stuart Bridges, Kevin Gwillam is the rider that's coming into line at the moment. Carl Bedingfield, Luke Harris, Jeff Urban, Jordan Derrick, Shane Knight and Chris Simmons. So takes up, away they go. It's a very even start from the inside. Adam Hawker's in front, but he's quickly overtaken by Carl Bedingfield, and it's Carl Bedingfield who leads into the first turn. Kevin Gwillam is the rider making moves in that second, but look at Luke Harris coming round the outside. He goes right round the outside of the pack. It's still Carl Bedingfield that leads at the moment, but he has got Luke Harris all over the back of him now. There goes Luke Harris. Now he's gone past, and he'll look to make a big lead out in front. Very impressive from Luke Harris. So Carl Bedingfield slots into that second place ahead of Adam Hawker. Kevin Gwillam's in that fourth place. Jordan Derrick is now trying to do what Luke Harris did and go round the outside of various riders. So back into the pit turn, you can see Jordan Derrick using that outside line, going round the outside, moving his way into third as he sets about Carl Bedingfield in that second place now. So Luke Harris at the front looking very stylish. He is a very quick 250 solo rider. Now Jordan Derrick has made his way into that second place. He's still plugging away on the outside. Carl Bedingfield keeping the machine as tight as he can, but Jordan Derrick has got lots of speed round the outside. And as they go down the back straight, you can see that Jordan Derrick has managed to make his way into that second place comfortably. So this race 2 is a win for Luke Harris, number 26. Jordan Derrick finishes second, ahead of Carl Bedingfield in third. Kevin Gwillam just takes Adam Hawker on the line for fourth. Richie Knight finishes 6th and Stuart Bridges in 7th. So the results of race 2, the 250 solos. It was a win for number 26, Luke Harris. Second place, number 247, Jordan Derrick. Third place, number 73, Carl Bedingfield. Fourth place, number 66, Kevin Gwillam. Fifth place, number 50, Adam Hawker. 6th place, number 229, Richie Knight. 7th place, number 65, Stuart Bridges. And 8th place, number 43, Chris Simmons. The winning time, 1 minute 20.66. 1 minute 20.66. And we quickly turn our attention to race 3, the upright solos. We've got lots of changes in here, but we have got Dave Mears in place of Martin Adams, and it is Dave Mears who leads as they go into that first turn. Tim Kernock is the rider in that second place, ahead of Tim Mount in third and Dave Hammond in fourth. So Dave Mears, the addition to the programme here, looking good in this one, out in front. But Tim Kernock is a very quick upright rider, and he's already putting Dave Mears under pressure in that second place. Tim Mount in that third place. He's had a really good season, Tim Mount, number 17. So Tim Kernock's got up the inside of Dave Mears as they come up here. They are very close as they come past us. Tim Kernock rides hard into the turn. They get close on the entrance to the corner. Tim Kernock is still plugging away on that inside. They are completely together down the back straight. Dave Mears will not give up. Tim Kernock is plugging away on the inside still. He's pushed Dave Mears wider than he really wants to be riding, and you can see that that has allowed Tim Kernock to get away. That's a good ride from Tim Kernock to take over the lead. And now you can see that Tim's got lots and lots of speed. He's away from Dave Mears as they go down that back straight and into the final corner for the final time. This is going to be a great win here for number 726, Tim Kernock. He takes the win. Dave Mears finishes in second. Dave Hammond is putting Tim Mount under pressure, but Tim Mount holds on to that third ahead of Dave Hammond in fourth. Max Broadhurst will finish fifth ahead of John Chaldicott in that sixth place. So the results of race 3, the upright solos. It was a win for number 726, Tim Kernock. Second place, number 19, Dave Mears. Third place, number 17, Tim Mount. Fourth place, number 120, Dave Hammond. Fifth place, number 58, Max Broadhurst. And sixth place, number 67, John Chaldicott. The winning time, 1 minute 19.40. 1 minute 19.40.
Yes.
So race 4, the upright solos. We've got number 51, Kevin Beer in this one. We've also got 112, Bill Haynes in this one as well. No Chris Malone and no Bradley Wilson-Dean, but away they go. Jason Prynne is the rider that's hit the front going into that first turn. He's got Mike Dowling up with him. Luke Tuck is going round the outside. Mike Dowling will plug away on the inside because he'll know that Jason Prynne will want to ride that wide line. You can see that Mike Dowling straight away gets up the inside. But it is Jason Prynne who leads. Up from Cornwall this afternoon to race here. He's gone very well at this circuit before, and he's going well here in this one. He is leading this one from Mike Dowling. Luke Tuck is putting Mike Dowling under tremendous pressure for his second place. Completely different line to what Mike Dowling's riding there. They get very close to going to that turn. Jason Prynne looks comfortable here, but Luke Tuck and Mike Dowling are squabbling over that second place. So the rest of the riders pretty spread out, and Jason Prynne looking good at the front, although he's gone incredibly wide coming off this turn. And Luke Tuck has followed him out there as well and lost lots of ground on Mike Dowling. So you can see some of these riders, they're struggling to keep the machine in. Coming off the turns, they are not supposed to go wide, and Jason Prynne has allowed Mike Dowling to catch right up to the back of him on this last turn. I think Jason's got it all under control, but Mike Dowling's going to dive up the inside. It's going to be a chase to the line. It's Mike Dowling that takes it. Jason Prinn out second. Luke Tuck finishes third. A great ride there from Mike Dowling. Stuart Allen will finish fourth ahead of Paul Clifton, Phil Spencer and Bill Haynes. So the results of race number 4. It was a win for number 282, Mike Dowling. Second place, number 25, Jason Prinn. Third place, number 89, Luke Tuck. Fourth place, number 43, Stuart Allen. Fifth place, number 208, Paul Clifton. Sixth place, number 921, Phil Spencer. And seventh place, number 112, Bill Haynes. The winning time, 1 minute 21.72, 1 minute 21.72. So race 2, we have a small amendment to the results. We've got just at the end, in 8th place in the 250 solos was number 241, Jeff Urban. He was 8th. And in 9th place was number 43, Chris Simmons. So Chris Simmons was awarded 8th originally, but it was Jeff Urban who finished 8th and Chris Simmons in 9th. So we've now got race 5, the 350 solos, and of course all of the competitors go in this one. So we have got George Pardo, Luke Harris, Will Felby, Luke Clifton, Max Broadhurst. We've got Steve Garside, number 111 as well. We've got David Hollingsby, number 5, and we've got number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. So we're expecting to see 9 riders in this one. So of course Andrew Whittaker's not here, so we're expecting 8 riders here. We're just waiting for Luke Harris, who was in the 250 race earlier. He's got 1 minute to get to the line. In fact, I can see him coming out now, so that won't be a problem. So we have got Luke Harris coming to the line. So no Andrew Whittaker, no Dave Mears and no Cameron Taylor, but we do have George Pardo and Luke Harris, Will Felby, Luke Clifton, Max Broadhurst, Steve Garside, David Hollingsby and Wayne Broadhurst coming to the line for this very competitive looking 350 solo race, sponsored by Team Palmer Racing. Tapes up, away they go. And making an excellent start there as they go down into the first turn. That is Luke Clifton, I believe, that's made a good start. Steve Garside's in that second place. Here comes Luke Harris up the inside of Steve Garside. It is Luke Clifton who leads as they come past first. Luke Harris has worked hard to get himself into second, but he's got Steve Garside all over him. In fact, it's pushed him on to Luke Clifton, so we've got a real race at the front here. Luke Harris is putting Clifton under pressure as they go back into that turn. He looks very quick on the inside, Luke Harris. He's forced Luke Clifton wide and through he goes. That's a great ride there from Luke Harris. A really good turn down the bottom. Steve Garside's third place now looks in danger from Wayne Broadhurst in that fourth. So Luke Harris not making the best of starts on the 250 or the 350 here, but once he gets going he is absolutely flying as he comes around this turn. There's one more lap to go here for Luke Harris. Luke Clifton in that second place, ahead of Steve Garside in third, Wayne Broadhurst in fourth, George Pardo is fifth ahead of Will Felby and Max Broadhurst. So into the pit corner for the final time, looking good, looking smooth. It's going to be another win for this afternoon for Luke Harris, number 26. He takes the win ahead of Luke Clifton in second. Steve Garside finishes third, Wayne Broadhurst fourth, George Pardo fifth, Will Felby sixth. So just as the race is concluding, we've heard from the clerk of the course that he's not happy about some of the pegging that's going on down on the top corner. So the clerk of the course is looking at what's going on there. The riders must stay within the constraints of the circuit, and some of them aren't. So hopefully that will be nipped in the bud very quickly. But a good win there for Luke Harris, number 26. So the results of race number 5. It was a win for number 26, Luke Harris. Second place, number 51, Luke Clifton. Third place, number 111, Steve Garside. Fourth place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. Fifth place, number 21, George Pardo. Sixth place, number 47, Will Felby. Seventh place, number 58, Max Broadhurst. And eighth place, number 5, David Hollingsby. The winning time, 1 minute 17.13, 1 minute 17.13. And the 350 solos, of course, they're one of the classes this afternoon that are having 4 races. They score points over those 4 rides, and the top scorer from those races will be the overall Southern Centre champion. 11 points for a win this afternoon, so Luke Harris has just bagged himself 11 points in the 350s to go with his 11 points in the 250s. So race 6, we've got our first three-wheeled action here as we've got the 500cc sidecars coming to the line. Outfit number 3, Josh Goodwin, multi-British champion, fresh from racing in the international event in Marmande in France a couple of weeks back. Great to see Josh here this afternoon, passengered this afternoon by Scott Goodwin. And we've also got Simon Field and Shane Freeman, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, Richard Jenner and Adrian North, Paul Smith and Toby Veer, and Jordan Smith and Joe Page off the outside. So, an interesting lineup here for the 500cc sidecars this afternoon. So it looks like we have got all 6 outfits on the line, ready to go here for race number 6. Tapes up, away they go. Josh Goodwin's made a good start off of gate 1. It is Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin that lead. Sean Hughes is in there in second. Richard Jenner is third, and Sean Hughes has dived into that turn to chase after Josh Goodwin, who has run wide. Sean Hughes has got up the inside. They are absolutely together as they go past us. Sean Hughes looks very quick in that second place. He's gone past Josh Goodwin, going into the top corner. So it is Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett who lead, Josh Goodwin in that second, Jordan Smith's having a go at Richard Jenner in that third. So Sean Hughes has now run wide. Has Josh Goodwin seen it? He has seen it, but he can't do anything about it. It's still Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett who lead. Richard Jenner has clung on to that third place ahead of Jordan Smith, who's plugging away on the outside. Simon Field in that 5th place, just watching the action go on at the moment. Jordan Smith looks quick down that back straight. Once again, he's been forced wide by Richard Jenner. In that 3rd place, Richard Jenner is right on the pegs, right on the inside. Jordan Smith has managed to go around the outside, but that's a great ride from Jordan Smith, who looks across at Richard Jenner as he dives into the corner, locks up a little bit in the turn. Now he looks like he's established himself in that 3rd place, and Richard Jenner's now got to try and think about what he's going to do about the speed of Jordan Smith. But it's a win for Sean Hughes at the front, a great win for them. Josh Goodwin finishes second, and Jordan Smith works hard for that 3rd place, and Richard Jenner in 4th, Simon Field in 5th, and Paul Smith will pick up the 6th. So the results of race 6, the 500 sidecars. It was a win for number 77, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. 2nd place, number 3, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin. 3rd place, number 842, Jordan Smith and Joe Page. 4th place, number 87, Richard Jenner and Adrian North. 5th place, number 42, Simon Field and Shane Freeman. And 6th place, number 98, Paul Smith and Toby Veer. The winning time, 1 minute 19.32. 1 minute 19.32. And we move to race 7, the Gold Cup for the old and new sidecars. This is the equivalent of a British Championships for these guys, so they are very much up for this one. We've got no Mark Seaward and Simon Rogers in this heat. He's going in race 8 to even things up a little bit, because otherwise we'd have had 6 in this one and only 3 in the other one, so we've evened things up. Mark Seaward will go in race 8, but we do have Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney off of gate 2 here. We've got Herman Paul and Ash Pearce as well. We've got Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton, Mark Courtney and Leon Tyres, and we've got Dean Kitchker and Liam Kitchker from the outside. So we have got 5 outfits at the line, tapes go up, away they go. And it looks very slippery on that gate, but it's Mark Courtney and Leon Tyres who have nosed ahead of Herman Paul in that 2nd place. Oh, Liam Brown has missed the start. He's right at the back there, so this will be very interesting to see Liam Brown working his way through. He's already working his way past Brian Hatch for that 4th place. But Mark Courtney and Leon Tyres absolutely away here. So look at Liam Brown, outfit number 3. He's now coming around Dean Kitchker for that 3rd place, and now he's chasing after Herman Paul. But this is a lot of work here for Liam Brown, and not how he would have wanted his Gold Cup to start. He's now trying to go round the outside of Herman Paul. They touch a little bit in the middle of the corner, and now he's just got his nose in front, but Herman Paul is not wanting to give up that 2nd place. Now Liam Brown dives in and tries to get across the front of him in that turn. And now he's got himself into that second, but Mark Courtney is already away here. It's going to take a big effort here for Liam Brown to catch up with Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. So it looks like problems for outfit number 79 at the back. So we've spread out a little bit now, although Brian Hatch is now having a go at Herman Paul in that third place, but Mark Courtney's got one more lap to go here. He certainly starts as the out-and-out favourite for this meeting. This battle for third and fourth I'm keeping my eye on, because I can see that Brian Hatch is trying to make up the ground, although he's lost a lot of ground to Herman Paul now in that third place. So round they come for the final time. Mark Courtney and Leon Torres looking good in this one. They're going to take the win. They're going to take the 7 points. It's Mark Courtney who wins, Liam Brown in second, Herman Paul finishes third, Brian Hatch number 69 in fourth, and Dean Kitchker will finish in that 5th place. So the results of race number 7. It was a win for number 72, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. Second place, number 3, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. Third place, number 38, Herman Paul and Ash Pearce. Fourth place, number 69, Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton. And 5th place, number 79, Dean and Liam Kitchker. The winning time, 1 minute 41.35, 1 minute 41.35. And if you're thinking that's an awful lot slower than the other riders, don't forget they go the other way and they're travelling a lot further. So they have to go past our finish flag, and then that's when their first lap begins. Then they do 4 laps. Whereas the others that go the other way, they've completed 1 lap when they get past us the first time. So that's why there's such a difference in times, depending on which direction they're going. Hopefully that clears it up. People often wonder why the right-hand sidecar times are so much slower, and that's often the reason. So race 8, the old and new sidecars. We've got 71 coming to the line this time. Mark Seaward and Terry Saunters. And Terry's going to be busy because he'll be riding the right-hander later. Outfit number 24, so he's on the back of Mark Seaward here in this one. We've got Chris Bradburn and Carl Bedingfield, who we saw out on a 250 earlier on. He's now having a go on the back of Chris Bradburn, number 39. We've got Chris Tyrrell and Neve Newton, and we've got Marianne Wolford and Barbara Springer as well. So away we go then, and Mark Seaward seems to have made a really good start. Chris Tyrrell is not too far behind him. So Mark Seaward looking good here, already establishing himself at the front. So Chris Tyrrell and Neve Newton not able to get on terms at all at the moment. So some of you might be wondering why we've got this different classes, old and new class. They are different engines to the right-hand sidecars. The right-hand sidecars, of course, 1000cc, very highly tuned, running on methanol. These machines are mostly GS 500 engines, very cheap to build, very cheap to run. They're a budget class, usually in old frames as well. This one coming past us is an old steer frame by the looks of it. And certainly this one coming past us now, that Marianne Wolford's a steer frame, because I think I used to race that one, so definitely a steer frame. So last lap flag is out for Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. So no doubt outfit number 71 will be very pleased to begin their day with a 7-point haul. They take the win in race number 8. So the results of race number 8, it was a win for number 71, Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. Second place, number 169, Chris Tyrrell and Neve Newton. Third place, number 39, Chris Bradburn and Carl Bedingfield. And fourth place, number 333, Marianne Wolford and Barbara Springle. The winning time, 1 minute 41.31. 1 minute 41.31. And we had a quick look back at the last race, and you can see there's only 0.04 of a second difference in the time there, so that was quite interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how Mark Seward and Terry Saunters get on later when they come up against Mark Courtney. But for now we turn our attention to race 9, the 500cc solos, and we have got James Laker in this one. We've got Ryan Ashcroft, we've got Aaron Butcher, who's been going very well on the speedway this year. We have got the return of the Cotswold Express. We've got Tim Nobes in this one, number 2. We've got Chad Wirtzfeld, number 69, Alfie Botel, number 202, and Eli Meadows, number 84. So a ferocious looking lineup here in race number 9.
It's going to be first.
So they are getting themselves settled over there on the start, ready for this race.
Leave your money on.
So there's betting going on in the pit box and the PA box and all sorts here. So away we go. It is Chad Wirtzfeld who makes a great start as they go down into the first turn. Chad Wirtzfeld, he leads by a few lengths there as he goes into that turn and looks very stylish on the inside. It's Chad Wirtzfeld who leads. Alfie Botel's in that second place. Tim Nobes is in that third. Alan Butcher's fourth. James Laker is in fifth. They've all spread themselves out, but they are going at tremendous speed as they go down this turn. Look at the style of Chad Wirtzfeld as he throws the machine sideways going into that top corner. Alfie Botel has got Tim Nobes not too far away from him. Alan Butcher looks like he's got problems. He's gone very wide and allowed James Laker past him for that third place. In fact, for that fourth place, Chad Wirtzfeld so far in front, I'd forgotten he was even there. It's Chad Wirtzfeld who's got one more lap to go. He looks in determined form this afternoon. Tim Nobes has a look over his shoulder to see where the opposition is coming from. They're quite a way back. It's James Laker who's in that third. So Chad Wirtzfeld round the final bend for the final time, completely committed. He takes the win in race number 9. Second place will be Alfie Botel, number 202. Tim Nobes finishes third. Leg trailing style here of James Laker, who goes incredibly wide but just about manages to hold on to 4th. Aaron Butcher in 5th, Ryan Ashcroft 6th, Eli Meadows in 7th. So the results of race 9, the 500cc solos, it was a win for number 69, Chad Wirtzfeld. Second place, number 202, Alfie Botel. Third place, number 2, Tim Nobes. Fourth place, number 117, James Laker. Fifth place, number 20, Aaron Butcher. Sixth place, number 45, Ryan Ashcroft. And seventh place, number 84, Eli Meadows. The winning time, 1:08.21, by far the fastest time we've seen today. 1 minute 08.21. So Chad Wirtzfeld looking incredibly quick in that opening ride. So race 10 is coming to the line, once again sponsored by our friends Team Palmer Racing. We've got Jim Collins, another returning rider here in Gate 1. We've got no Edward Kennett this afternoon. We've got Gareth Hickmott in Gate 3. Mark Hedling is in Gate 5. Will Thurlby, Luke Tuck and the New Zealander Bradley Wilson-Dean out in this one. So tapes up, away they go. It is Bradley Wilson-Dean who leads going into that first turn. And he already looks to be establishing himself in that lead. He's only had a handful of chances to ride on the grass track, but seems to very much enjoy himself on the grass. And as you can see, he's a very quick rider as well. So it's Bradley Wilson-Dean who leads. Gareth Hickmott's in that second place. Currently holding third is Jim Collins, looking good here ahead of Luke Tuck in fourth. Mark Hedling and Will Thurlby having a squabble over fifth and sixth. So great to see Bradley Wilson-Dean on the grass track, having a go. I know he's got some real dreams of going places on the grass track and long track scene. He's a great rider, as you can see. So Jim Collins seems to have things under control here in this third, although Luke Tuck is looking quick in that fourth place. So round the bend for the final time. It's going to be a win for rider number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean. He takes the win. Gareth Hickmore finishes second. Jim Collins has done enough to hold on to that third, ahead of Luke Tuck in fourth, Will Thirlby fifth, and Mark Hedling in sixth. So the results of race 10, it was a win for number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Second place, number 17, Gareth Hickmore. Third place, number 205, Jim Collins. Fourth place, number 89, Luke Tuck. Fifth place, number 47, Will Thirlby. And sixth place, number 65, Mark Hedling. The winning time, 1 minute 15.97, 1 minute 15.97, and that really does prove the speed of Chad Wirtzfeld there if you compare those two times. Nearly 7 seconds, nearly 8 seconds quicker, that's unbelievable time. So race 11, the 1000cc right-hand sidecars. We have got Terry Saunters and Liam Brown coming off of gate 1 here. And they are very quick off the start, so look out for them to start very quickly. We've got a bona fide legend in Steve Smith in gate 2, multi-British champion. We've got Mick Stace and Conor Measer in 3, Clint Blondell with that change of passenger, Stephen Russell in 5, and Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, the inform outfit off the outside. So tapes up, away they go, it's very even to the start, but it is Terry Saunters that leads into that first turn, they all roar into that turn. Tom Cossar's going round the outside, it's a great ride from Tom Cossar, he's gone right round the outside of Terry Saunters and Liam Brown, and he now leads down the back straight. Clint Blondell's the rider in that third place ahead of Steve Smith and Gareth Little, but Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, they have really hit a purple patch at the moment. They swooped round the outside of Terry Saunters in that first turn, and Terry Saunters and Liam Brown just don't have an answer to them at the moment. So the riders have got themselves all spread out here, but look at the speed of Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. They've got that crossplane R1 machine absolutely dialed in already. Clint Blondell has gone very, very tight into the turn and had to turn the bike hard to make it round the corner. He's now under pressure from Steve Smith in that third place. So one more lap to go then for Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, looking good in this one. Terry Saunters and Liam Brown, absolutely no answer to them. Steve Smith and Gareth Little, they are having a look at Clint Blondell, though they've picked up an awful lot of dirt going down that back straight, completely filled in as they come past us, and they've dropped away a little bit. So round they come for the last time. It's outfit number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, who take the win. Outfit 24 finishes second. Number 10, Clint Blondell finishes third, ahead of number 2, Steve Smith in fourth. And number 18, Mick Stace and Conor Measer come home in fifth. So the results of race 11, it was a win for number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. Second place, number 24, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown. Third place, number 10, Clint Blondell and Stephen Russell. Fourth place, number 2, Steve Smith and Gareth Little. And fifth place, number 18, Mick Stace and Conor Measer. The winning time, 1 minute 26.78, 1 minute 26.78. And now we move to race number 12, where we've got, in gate 1, we've got Mark Cossar this time, the older brother of Tom Cossar, a multi-British champion. And lots of talk around whether or not we think he's the greatest of all time as well at the moment, Mark Cossar. He is a fantastic rider, and I'm delighted to see that he's reunited with Carl Blythe. They had a meeting last week and finished second. And it's as though Carl's never been away. We've also got Dale Fish and Jordan Fish here coming out on this one, who are looking very quick, improving rapidly. Andrew and Michelle Minard, Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney, and then Paul Whitelam and Richard Webb off the outside. So 5 outfits come to the line for race number 12. So here we go then with race 12. Mark Cossar inside here. So tapes up, away they go. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe have made a great start from the inside. Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney have chased after them as well. Dale Fish is in there in that third place. Paul Whitelam's the rider that's been forced wide in that fourth, but Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, they've got away here from the chasing pack. Kieran Hicks is looking good in this second place as well, but he's already under pressure here from Dale Fish and Jordan Fish, who turn the bike hard coming out of the turn. Outfit number 20 in that third place, chasing hard after Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney, but Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, you can see why people tout him as possibly the greatest of all time. He's a fantastic rider and already stamping his authority on this Southern Centre Championships this afternoon. Still just trying to turn the bike hard and not lose too much momentum to try and turn up the inside of Kieran Hicks in that second place. Kieran Hicks in that second, he's running wide coming off this turn, and Dale Fish knows it, but he just can't build up enough speed to get past him. Once again, Kieran Hicks here, he's a little bit tighter this time. He seems to be controlling that second place, but Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe are looking absolutely fantastic at the front. Dale Fish, he's still close to Kieran Hicks in that third place. So the checkered flag is made ready here. It's going to be a win for Mark Cossar, number 37, and Carl Blythe. And we are still battling for this second. It is outfit number 78 who finishes second, ahead of outfit number 20. Andrew and Michelle Minard, number 19, finished fourth. I think we've lost Paul Whitelam somewhere out on the circuit, so no finish there for Paul Whitelam. So I can see Paul Whitelam and Richard Webb pulled out over at the top of the circuit, so that's a shame that their afternoon has started that way. So just the 4 finishes. So the results of race 12, it was a win for number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Second place, number 78, Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney. Third place, number 20, Dale Fish and Jordan Fish. And fourth place, number 19, Andrew and Michelle Minard. The winning time, 1 minute 24.78. 1 minute 24.78. So, remarkably, 2 seconds exactly difference between those two times. So now we look to race 13, and we have got Trevor Heath and Sam Heath this time off of the inside gate number 1. They are the current British number 3 outfit. We've got Will Offen and Ricky Pay off of gate 2, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood off of gate 3. We've got Rick McCauley as well, and Alan Hoskin, Corey Taylor and Jordan Holland, and Dave Buckley off the outside here with his passenger Steve Smith. So we have got all 6 outfits here, and we have seen some tremendous starts from outfit number 51, Rick McCauley, in recent times. He's in gate 4 here. He does gate very, very quickly. So tapes are up, away they go, and it's pretty even from all of the starts really, as Trevor Heath has just got a narrow lead as they go into the turn. Will Offen has switched up the inside of him. They all get together in the middle of the corner. It's Trevor and Sam Heath that have got their noses in front as they go down the back straight. Will Offen's in that second place. Rick McCauley's in third. Will Penfold and Freddie Wood are in that fourth place. So Trevor Heath, he turns the bike hard to come back down towards us, and Will Offen has gone very, very wide and been filled in as he goes past us. So Will Penfold is now plugging away in that fourth place, chasing after Rick McCauley, and Will Offen's got problems on the back straight. Will Offen slows drastically in that second. He's now back in fourth place, so problems for Will Offen. But there's no problems for Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. They look very quick at the front. He's gone very wide this time, going off this turn. So sad to see that Will Offen and Ricky Pay have got problems at the front. I think that they may have lost the cutout there, the ignition cutout there, I think may have come adrift on the bike, because they've got the thing running again now. So Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin looking good in that second place. There's a right squabble going on for fourth place here between Dave Buckley and Corey Taylor. Dave Buckley goes across the corner, Corey Taylor tucks up the inside. Cracking battle going on for fourth place. At the front it's going to be a win for number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin finished second, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood third. And it looks like Corey Taylor does finish fourth ahead of Dave Buckley, and Will Offen completing 3/4 race distance there. So the results of race 13, it was a win for number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. Second place, number 51, Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin. Third place, number 22, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood. Fourth place, number 21, Corey Taylor and Jordan Holland. Fifth place, number 40, Dave Buckley and Steve Smith. And sixth place there, number 80, Will Offen and Ricky Pay. The winning time, 1 minute 29.41. 1 minute 29.41. And race 14 is our fourth heat of 1000cc right-hand sidecars, sponsored by Team Palmer Racing. And we've got outfit number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch here in gate 1. We've got Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson off of gate 2. Simon Beanie and Adrian North off of gate 3. Rob Heath and Kieran Newman off of 4. We've got no outfit number 46 this time in gate 5, but we have got Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins in gate 6. So tapes up on race 14, away we go. And it is Billy Winterburn who's made a good start. Simon Beanie's there in that second. Michael Austin's dived up the inside of both Billy Winterburn and Simon Beanie. But it is Billy who leads coming off that turn. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch are in that second, but they do look quick in that second place. Dan Berwick has worked his way through into third, ahead of Simon Beanie and Adrian North. So Michael Austin working hard here. Billy Winterburn's gone very, very wide, and he's allowed Michael Austin past him. So Michael Austin and Vinny Branch looking good here. They've got lots of speed there as they've pulled away from Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Rob Heath and Kieran Newman have come round the outside of Simon Beanie for that fourth place. So Michael Austin and Vinny Branch, they've got new machinery for this season, and they do look like they're getting used to it very, very quickly. They've got one more lap to go here. Billy Winterburn much tighter coming off the turn this time. Dan Berwick is not too far away in that third place. So round the corner for the final time. It's going to be a solid win here for outfit number 991. That's Michael Austin and Vinny Branch who take the win. Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson finish second. It's Dan Berwick who finishes third. Rob Heath in fourth and Simon Beanie in fifth. So the results of race 14, it was a win for number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. Second place, number 94, Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Third place, number 68, Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins. Fourth place, number 181, Rob Heath and Kieran Newman. And fifth place, number 76, Simon Beanie and Adrian North. The winning time, 1 minute 29.78, 1 minute 29.78. And that completes our first leg of rides here for the Southern Centre Championships. So we now move on to leg 2, and we have got the 250s coming up to the line. We've got no number 40 Jake Breeze in this one. His place is taken by number 318 Mick Parton. And Shane Knight, of course, will be racing number 229 in this one. So Charlie Wood, he was a first heat winner. He comes out of gate 7 here. And he looked very impressive in his opening ride as well. And Luke Harris was the other heat winner. He goes in the other ride, so they're not meeting this time. So we'll look out for Charlie Wood. Can he make it back-to-back wins here? So tapes up, away they go, and Austin Riches has made a good start from the inside. It's Austin Riches that leads going down the back straight, but Charlie Wood has gone past him as they enter the first corner. And immediately puts the power on. Charlie Wood is who leads as they exit the turn. Austin Riches is in that second place. Jordan Derrick has got himself into third this time. Shane Knight is plugging away on the inside of Mick Parton for that fourth. So Charlie Wood, number 33, looking good this time as he comes round his turn. He's leaning the bike over rather than turning it hard. Suggests there's a little bit more grip on the circuit compared to the first time, although he has slowed dramatically at this stage. I don't know if he's preserving energy. He's definitely a lot slower than he was in his opening ride. Austin Riches has got right on the back of him, and Jordan Derrick is not too far away either. So we've got 3 young riders here who are well within a shout of the win here. Charlie Wood comes out the turn. He's got one more lap to go. Charlie Wood to hold on. Austin Riches has now got Jordan Derrick up the inside of him going into that turn. Jordan Derrick is putting Austin Riches under pressure for that second place. So into the turn for the final time. Charlie Wood, number 33, he takes the win ahead of Austin Riches in second. Jordan Derrick third. Zach Beatty finishes fourth. Shane Knight fifth. Jeff Urban finishes sixth. Mick Parton in 7th and Chris Simmons in 8th. So the results of race 15. It was a win for number 33, Charlie Wood. Second place, number 46, Austin Riches. Third place, number 247, Jordan Derrick. Fourth place, number 48, Zach Beatty. Fifth place, number 229, Shane Knight. Sixth place, number 241, Jeff Urban. Seventh place, number 318, Mick Parton. And eighth place, number 43, Chris Simmons. The winning time, 1 minute 23.46. 1 minute 23.46. So now we've got race 16. We've got Luke Harris, who won his opening ride. He's just seen that Charlie Wood's gone out and won his opening ride. Of course, this competition here, the 250s, will come down to a winner-take-all final at the end of the day. So it's all about getting yourself into the top 8 to get into the final. So away we go here with race 16. Tim Grigg has made a good start. Carl Bedingfield and Adam Hawker are there too, looking for Luke Harris. He's right in the back in the traffic at the moment. And he's going to have to pick his way through. It's Tim Grigg who leads. Max Derrick has come round the outside. A good first turn from Max Derrick, who continues to ride wide. He's now gone round the outside of Tim Grigg. It's Max Derrick who leads, but Luke Harris goes round a lot of them. So Luke Harris has gone round the entire pack there, and he now leads down the back straight. Max Derrick's in that second. Tim Grigg's plugging around the inside. There's real action for this second place. Now Max Derrick has got himself a little bit of space between himself and Tim Grigg, although Tim Grigg is still plugging away on the inside. Adam Hawker's there with him, rider number 50. So some great racing for the first couple of laps here in the 250s, but look at the speed of Luke Harris. He is looking very, very good. He's got one more lap to go here. Max Derrick has secured that second place, and Tim Grigg's looking good in third, but Carl Bedingfield and Adam Hawker are battling for that fourth place at the moment. Stuart Bridges is the rider that's now trying to come round for that fifth place, rider number 65. So all sorts of changes lower down the field, but at the front there's absolutely no doubt about it. It's 26 Luke Harris who takes the win. Max Derrick finishes second, Tim Grigg third, Carl Bedingfield fourth, Stuart Bridges was fifth. So the results of race 16, it was a win for number 26, Luke Harris. Second place, number 6, Max Derrick. Third place, number 10, Tim Grigg. Fourth place, number 73, Carl Bedingfield. Fifth place, number 65, Stuart Bridges. Sixth place, number 50, Adam Hawker. And seventh place, number 25, Lewis Duke. The winning time, 1 minute 23.13. 1 minute 23.13. So, two riders on maximums in the 250 solos. Now we turn to the upright solos. We've got Max Broadhurst, number 58 in this one. And of course, nearly all of them have got the wrong number in the programme. Dave Mears is also out in this one too, in replacement of Martin Adams. So away we go. It is Dave Mears who leads. Jason Prynne is in that second place, and he's quickly overtaken there by Dave Hammond. And Luke Tuck's having a go on the outside as well, so they're squabbling over that second place. But Dave Mears has got away at the front. Jason Prynne has moved away from Dave Hammond in that third, and he's now chasing after Dave Mears. Of course, Jason Prynne missed out on a win in his opening ride when Mike Dowling got past him up the inside with a tremendous last turn. So he will be after his first heat win, but Dave Mears is also after his first heat win, and he's looking determined here. So Dave Mears and Jason Prynne, two riders with lots and lots of experience. So one more lap to go. You can see that Jason Prynne is winding up the machine. He's getting quicker and quicker as the race goes on. But there's only half a lap for him to make some sort of impression on Dave Mears, and Dave Mears is looking very comfortable in that first place. The checkered flag is being made ready, and it's going to be a win for Dave Mears. He takes his first win this afternoon. Jason Prynne finishing second, Luke Tuck third, Dave Hammond in fourth. And then we've got a little bit of a way back to where we've got a battle between Paul Clifton and Phil Spencer for 5th and 6th. So the results of race 17, it was a win for number 19, Dave Mears. Second place, number 25, Jason Prynne. Third place, number 89, Luke Tuck. Fourth place, number 120, Dave Hammond. Fifth place, number 208, Paul Clifton. And sixth place, number 921, Phil Spencer. The winning time, 1 minute 19.06, 1 minute 19.06. And race 18, we've got no Bradley Wilson Dean here. His place is taken by number 112, Bill Haynes. And we've got no Chris Malone, number 64, and his place was due to be taken by number 51, Kev Beer, but I haven't seen Kev, didn't come out in his opening ride. Then we've got all these number changes. Tim Kernock is 726, 67 is John Chaldicott, Rob Snow is 189, Stuart Allen is 43, and Mike Dowling is 282. And Tim Mount is 17 as per programme. So away we go then with race 18, and into the turn it's Tim Kernock and Mike Dowling that are neck and neck at the front. They are the two riders that won their opening rides. Tim Kernock has got the edge at the moment. Mike Dowling is plugging away on the outside line. Tim Mount is in third. Tim Mount's diving up the inside, but Tim Kernock, he's looking very quick this afternoon. Of course, in that opening ride he came from behind to pass Dave Mears. This time around he's made a much better start, and he is really setting about making sure that race 18 is his. So Tim Kernock, rider number 726, looking good here. Mike Dowling's got no answer to him at the moment, and he's gone very wide. Tim Kernock, he's lost the machine in the middle of the corner and gone very wide, and that's allowed Mike Dowling up the inside. So for the second time Mike Dowling finds riders making mistakes on the outside, and he's managed to capitalise, and now Mike Dowling, he will say thank you very much, and he's now leading this upright race. And very quickly things change around, and it's going to be Mike Dowling that's going to maintain the maximum. It's that rider number 282 who takes the win. Tim Kernock second. Tim Mount finishes third. Stuart Allen will finish fourth, ahead of John Chaldicott in that fifth, and Bill Haynes in sixth. So the results of race 18. It was a win for number 282, Mike Dowling. Second place, number 726, Tim Kernock. Third place, number 17, Tim Mount. Fourth place, number 43, Stuart Allen. Fifth place, number 67, John Chaldicott. And sixth place, number 112, Bill Haynes. The winning time, 1 minute 22 exactly. 1 minute 22 exactly. And a quick amendment to race 16. Rider number 66 finished 7th in that race, so 7th place was number 66, and 25 finished in 8th. So a small amendment to race 16. So race 19, the 350 solos, and we have got all of these riders in this one. We've got David Hollingsby, Luke Harris, we've not got Cameron Taylor, we've got Luke Clifton instead, number 51. Steve Garside, no Andrew Whittaker. We've got George Pardo, we've got Wayne Broadhurst, we have not got Dave Mears, but we do have Will Thirlby, number 47, and Max Broadhurst, number 58. So, all of the riders, and it looks as though we've got all 8 of them over there as well for the start of this race, number 19. Luke Harris very impressively won the opening ride. So away we go, and Steve Garside has lifted the machine violently. In fact, that wasn't Steve Garside. I'm not sure who that was that lifted violently, but they're out the race. Steve Garside, meanwhile, is plugging away up the inside. All the red flags have come on, and Steve Garside will be disappointed with that because he'd ridden a very good first turn after initially I decided to make sure that he'd fallen off, but it wasn't him, it was David Hollingsby that fell from the machine at the start. So the situation here is that we've got Max Broadhurst's machine currently being wheeled up the track by our club vice chairman Russell Little, who's waiting to see where Max Broadhurst is. We've got a red flag on.
Cannot change bikes
So it looks like the other riders are all ready, and well, so that's Max Broadhurst making his way back to the pit box on a different bike. So he ditched one bike, tried to come on another one, and the clerk of the course has said that you can't do that. If you've started the race on one, you have to race on one. You can't change bikes, so he's been sent back to the pits. So here we go then. Now we've cleared that up, we go away with the start, and it's Wayne Broadhurst who's ironically made the start, and Steve Garside has quickly gone up the inside. Luke Clifton's in there as well. I'm looking for Luke Harris. He's once again, he's at the back and made a terrible start. He's right at the back here, Luke Harris, but Steve Garside is the rider at the front, but he is being hounded by Luke Clifton on the outside. Wayne Broadhurst has dropped back a little bit in that third. Luke Harris is working his way around Will Thurby for that fourth place. So Luke Harris with a lot of ground to make up here at rider number 26. Luke Clifton has taken over the lead at the front, but Steve Garside has not let him get away. He's dived up the inside of him in that turn. Luke Clifton is much wider, he's much faster as they go out of that turn, and Steve Garside has lost a little bit of ground on him. It looks like Steve is much quicker into the turn, but Luke Clifton, he's much quicker in the middle of the corner and firing himself out. Luke Harris, the previous heat winner, is back in fourth still, and he's got to try and negotiate Wayne Broadhurst for that third. So Luke Clifton looking good in this one. Of course, you'll remember that he led the first 350 race before Luke Harris got the better of him. But he is looking good in this one as he comes round this turn for the final time. It's going to be a win for number 51, Luke Clifton. He takes the win. Steve Garside finishes second, and Luke Harris is working hard, but he can't quite get past Wayne Broadhurst. It's Wayne Broadhurst who finishes third, ahead of Luke Harris in fourth, Will Thurby fifth, and George Pardo sixth. So the results of race 19, the 350 solo. It was a win for number 51, Luke Clifton. Second place, number 111, Steve Garside. Third place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. Fourth place, number 26, Luke Harris. Fifth place, number 47, Will Thurby. And sixth place, number 21, George Pardo. The winning time, 1 minute 18.06. 1 minute 18.06. So, race 20, the 500 sidecars. We had a win for Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett in the opening race. They come off of gate 2 here. We've got Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin, who finished second in that opening ride off of gate 4. So the 500 sidecars, they've got 4 races this afternoon, and the top point scorer after those 4 races will be the Southern Centre champion. 7 points for a win, 5 for second, 4 for third, and so on down until the last finisher. And somebody's broke the tapes on the outside, so I'm not sure who it was. Simon Field was the quickest away, so it could have been Simon Field, so we will have a bit of a delay here whilst the tapes are fixed. So away we go with this 500 sidecar race. Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett have gone roaring into the turn, and they've gone right to the front. That's a great first turn from Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. Jordan Smith made a good start there in that second place, but they are quickly being caught by Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin in that third. And Simon Field and Shane Freeman aren't too far away in that fourth either. So Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett with a tremendous lead in front at the moment. They won the opening ride and they are looking very determined in this one too. Jordan Smith is staying on the inside flags at the moment. He's making sure that if Josh Goodwin's going to go past him, he's going to have to go round him, and that's exactly what Josh Goodwin wants to do. So Jordan Smith at the moment is doing a great job at holding the multi-British champion and former European champion at bay. Jordan Smith, he turns the bike hard coming off the turn in that second place. Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin at the moment cannot get the speed required to get past them around the outside. So Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett looking fantastic here at the front. They are in tremendous form here at the Bantasia Arena as they come round the final turn. It's going to be a win for Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. Jordan Smith carries home that second. Josh Goodwin in third. Simon Field in fourth. And Paul Smith will finish fifth. So the results of race 20. It was a win for number 77, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, their second of the afternoon. Second place, number 842, Jordan Smith and Joe Page. Third place, number 3, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin. Fourth place, number 42, Simon Field and Shane Freeman. And fifth place, number 98, Paul Smith and Toby Vere. The winning time, 1 minute 18.87, 1 minute 18.87. And race 21 will be the old and new sidecars for their Gold Cup competition. We've got no Paul Nelson and Lewis Wharton in this one, but we have got Chris Tyrrell and Neve Newton. They had a second first time out. We've got Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney, who also had a second first time out. We've got Mark Seward and Terry Saunters, who had a win first time out. And we've got Marianne Wolford and Herman Paul as well coming to the line this time. So, some top point scorers coming to the line this time. Of course, Mark Stewart's time last time was very comparable to Mark Courtney. So, tapes go up, away they go. And this time, Liam Brown has made a better start, but it's Mark Seward and Terry Saunters that lead into the first turn. Chris Tyrrell has gone in after them. Liam Brown's in that third, but quickly Chris Tyrrell has stopped in the middle of the corner. Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney have got into that second, but look at the speed of Mark Seward and Terry Saunters at the front. They are looking very, very impressive here. So Mark Seward looking good in this one. Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney, no answer to them at the moment. Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. Liam Brown, he is trying to build up the speed in that second place, and he certainly closed the gap on Mark Seward, but I don't think he's got any speed left to mount a challenge. I think Mark Seward's got this one in his back pocket as he comes round this final turn for the final time. Liam Brown does look quick on the exit of this turn, but it's going to be a win for outfit number 71, Mark Seward. That's 2 out of 2 for him. Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney finishing second. Herman Paul and Ash Pearce third. And we've got outfit number 333, which will finish in fourth. So the results then of race 21. It was a win for number 71, Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. Second place, number 3, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. Third place, number 38, Herman Paul and Ash Pearce. And fourth place, number 333, Marianne Wolford and Barbara Springle. The winning time, 1 minute 38.32. 1 minute 38.32. So race 22, we have got no Dylan Newton and Thomas Newton, and you might notice that Chris Bradburn's in there twice. He's only going once, and he's got Carl Bedingfield in the chair. So Mark Courtney starts as a sizeable favourite, I would suggest here, because he won his opening ride and he is the man to beat in this class. Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton have made a good start, but very quickly Mark Courtney and Leon Torres have gone past. And problems once again for outfit number 79 as they pull off into the middle. So, outfit number 72, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, they virtually dominate this class of sidecar racing. Mark very much involved in the sport in Cornwall, where he runs the Mid Cornwall Premier Motorcycle Club, and they will be running in August as well, a meeting down there at their boarded circuit. So one more lap to go then for Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, who look very impressive here. Very interested to see what will happen when outfit number 71 comes up against Mark Courtney later on. And that will be happening in race 36 in the third leg, so we will get to see that the next time out. We'll see which of these two riders are going to dominate this one. But certainly dominating this race was Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. They take the win with relative ease here. 69 finishes second and 39 finishes third. So the results of race 22, it was a win for number 72, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. Second place, number 69, Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton. And third place, number 39, Chris Bradburn and Carl Bedingfield. The winning time at 1 minute 39.35, 1 minute 39.35. So that's 2 wins out of 2 for Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, 2 out of 2 for Mark Stewart and Terry Saunters. So it will come down to a clash in that third leg before we get to the winner-take-all final later on in the day. So race 23, the 500cc solos. We have got Tim Nobes, number 2, coming to the line this time. We've got Gareth Thickmott, number 17. We've got Aaron Butcher, number 20. Ryan Ashcroft, number 45. We've got Will Thirlby, number 47. And Mark Hedling, number 65. So we've got none of our first heat winners here. Incredible, isn't it? So we're just commenting on the weather that we've got here today. It looks absolutely beautiful out there, and certainly serving up some good racing so far this afternoon. But here we go then, race 23 is away. Aaron Butcher has made a brilliant start. Tim Nobes has gone with him. In fact, Tim Nobes has passed him going into the first turn. Gareth Thickmott's the rider in third. So here goes Tim Nobes round the outside, laying the bike over. That's a great first turn from Tim Nobes. He leads ahead of Aaron Butcher, who's being caught by Gareth Thickmott in that third place. So Tim Nobes, a popular rider of course. Spectacular rider as well as he throws the machine sideways. He is looking quick in this one ahead of Aaron Butcher in that second place. Gareth Thickmott's in third. Ryan Ashcroft currently in fourth. Mark Hedling and Will Thirlby are having a squabble over 5th and 6th at the moment. So lots of racing fans have missed this from Tim Nobes as he comes round the turn. Absolutely committed as he comes past us. He's got one more lap to go. Much better ride from Aaron Butcher in that second place this time. He had a disappointing opening ride, but he really hasn't got an answer to Tim Nobes, who has slowed up a little bit towards the end of this race. So round he comes for the final time. It's going to be a win for Tim Nobes, number 2. Aaron Butcher finishes second, Gareth Thickmott will finish third. Ryan Ashcroft comes home fourth. Will Thirlby has won that battle for 5th ahead of Mark Hedling. So the results of race 23, it was a win for number 2, Tim Nobes. Second place, number 20, Aaron Butcher. Third place, number 17, Gareth Thickmott. Fourth place, number 45, Ryan Ashcroft. 5th place, number 47, Will Thirlby, and 6th place, number 65, Mark Hedling. The winning time, 1 minute 13.97, 1 minute 13.97. And now we go to race 24, and we have got first heat winner, Chad Wirtzfeld, off of gate 1. We've also got number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean, who was a first heat winner here. Alfie Botel was second in that opening ride as well. So look for those 3. I would suggest here, Bradley Wilson-Dean, he looked good in his opening ride, but Chad Wirtzfeld looked absolutely unbelievable in that opening ride. Oh, and there's a problem on the start once again. There was, I think, possibly a tape stuck underneath a mudguard somewhere there. So it looks like we've got the tapes repaired, and I've not heard of any exclusions. I think that just before they set them off, I think one of the riders had the tape just under their mudguard, and the starter marshal just didn't spot it. And the starter marshal. Yep, so confirmation that was what happened, that the starter marshal didn't quite catch that one of the riders had their front wheel under. So away we go. Alfie Botel's made a good start, but he's quickly got Chad Wirtzfeld up the inside of him. Chad Wirtzfeld, he's so fast into that turn. It's Chad Wirtzfeld who leads. Alfie Botel in that second. Bradley Wilson-Dean is in third. So it is those three that we were looking out for who lead, but Chad Wirtzfeld is looking sensational at the front. Alfie Botel in that second, he's got no answer to him, but he'll be pleased that he's got the better of Bradley Wilson-Dean at this stage. So Chad Wirtzfeld, he is looking in determined form here. Now Bradley Wilson-Dean has got up with Alfie Botel. He's gone very, very wide. He's leg trailing as he goes on the turn, almost loses the bike. Bradley Wilson-Dean, he's managed to get the bike stopped before he hits the fence, but he picked up a bit of drive in the middle of the corner and has now slowed almost to a stop. So one more lap to go for Chad Wirtzfeld. Alfie Botel looks like he's won that battle, and it doesn't look as though Bradley Wilson-Dean is getting going again here. But now as I say that, he does get himself going once again. So Chad Wirtzfeld, he comes round, he takes another win. He is looking fantastic this afternoon. Number 69 takes the win. Alfie Botel finishes second. James Laker's going to finish with a very creditable third place here. Fourth place will be Eli Meadows. And it's close on the line for fifth and sixth, but Luke Tuck just ahead of Jim Collins, and then Bradley Wilson-Dean. So race 24, once again a tremendous time here, winning time. So the win was number 69, Chad Wirtzfeld. Second place, number 202, Alfie Botel. Third place, number 117, James Laker. Fourth place, number 84, Eli Meadows. Fifth place, number 89, Luke Tuck. Sixth place, number 205, Jim Collins. And seventh place, number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean. The winning time, 109.28. 109.28. So once again, a tremendous time set by Chad Wirtzfeld, who looks into very determined form this afternoon. Of course, he is a Southern Centre lad from Blandford, so not too far from here. He's a Southern Centre rider, so it would be very fitting for him to win the Southern Centre Championships this afternoon, but he's got a long way to go yet. He's got another leg and a final as well. But certainly looking very, very good so far. So, race 25, the right-hand sidecars, the 1000cc right-hand sidecars. And we have got Trevor Heath and Sam Heath, first heat winners, coming into this one in gate number 4. And they're certainly not going to have it all their own way. We've got Corey Taylor and Jordan Holland, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown, Dale and Jordan Fish, and Andrew and Michelle Minard as well. So, plenty of competition. We should have 6 outfits on the line for this one. Just having a look, we're just waiting for Trevor Heath. So that is the 6th rider, or the 6th crew coming to the line for race number 25. Terry Saunters has made a good start, so too has Trevor Heath. It's Terry Saunters and Trevor Heath who dive into that turn. Trevor Heath is up the inside of Terry Saunters as they get into the middle of the corner. But it's Terry Saunters who leads as they go down the back straight. Trevor Heath in that second place. Dale Fish is the rider in third, ahead of Will Penfold in fourth. So Terry Saunters and Liam Brown are looking good in this one. Of course, they were second in their opening ride. Trevor Heath has gone very, very wide in the turn, and he's allowed Dale Fish up the inside. He hit a bump going into the turn and completely missed the corner, but he's now got himself back into that second place. It has allowed Terry Saunters and Liam Brown a little bit of breathing space at the front. As they come down this straight, Dale and Jordan Fish getting filled in as they come past us. Andrew Minard goes past Corey Taylor for that 5th place in a really good move at the back. Right at the back, they are fighting over that 5th place. But at the front, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown looking very, very good here. Trevor Heath has got Dale Fish all over the back of him for that 2nd place. I think Terry Saunters has got the win sewn up here, but Dale Fish is really looking determined in that 3rd place. Is he going to have a go at Trevor Heath on this final corner? He knows that Trevor Heath knows how to ride the tight lines. He's backed off a little bit to try and come up the inside, and he's turned hard as well. It's close in that second place. Terry Saunters takes the win. Trevor Heath just clings on to that second. Dale Fish in third. Andrew Minard comes home fourth eventually, ahead of Will Penfold and Corey Taylor. So the results of race 25. It was a win for number 24, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown. Second place, number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. Third place, number 20, Dale Fish and Jordan Fish. Fourth place, number 19, Andrew and Michelle Minard. Fifth place, number 22, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood. And sixth place, number 21, Corey Taylor and Jordan Holland. The winning time, 1 minute 28.38, 1 minute 28.38. And if we have a quick look back at the times from the opening leg, it's fairly comparable, but nowhere near the Cossar brothers, who have been much, much quicker in their opening two rides. And we see Tom Cossar in this one. He comes out of gate number 4. He won his opening ride. Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney had a good second place in their opening ride, as too did Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch, of course, they won their opening ride, so we've got some big scorers coming to the line this time. Jordan Williams and Barry Smith are non-starters. Outfit number 46, so we've just got the 5 outfits, but 4 outfits who are right in amongst the points here. 2 heat winners and 2 second place riders. The tape's gone up. Away they go. Once again, Tom Cossar hasn't made the best start, but Michael Austin and Rick McCauley have. They get very close into the turn. Tom Cossar's gone up the inside. He's gone past Rick McCauley as well. That's a tremendous opening corner from Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. They get themselves in front ahead of Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch in that third place. Kieran Hicks has found himself at the back. So Tom Cossar looking good here with McCauley in that second place, holding off Michael Austin, but he's allowed a huge big room up the inside, and Michael Austin says thank you very much and goes up the inside, but Rick McCauley's coming back at him in that third place. Into the turn, they're going to get very close into the corner. Now Michael Austin comes back, they're absolutely at it for that second and third. Now Michael Austin's in that second. What can Rick McCauley do? Can he attack back? He's looking at the lines of Michael Austin, but Michael Austin's very quick up the back straight, and I think Rick McCauley's lost out now on that second place. So at the front, Tom Cossar is looking absolutely mighty once again as he enters this final turn, this final lap. Michael Austin has won that battle over that second place now, ahead of Rick McCauley, and Kieran Hicks has got himself back into fourth. So round the turn for the final time, we look at the timekeeper's watch, because this will be interesting to see what sort of time Tom Cossar has put up. Michael Austin finishes second, Rick McCauley in third, Kieran Hicks finishes fourth, and Simon Beanie in fifth. So the results of race 26. It was a win for number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. Second place, number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. Third place, number 51, Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin. Fourth place, number 78, Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney. And fifth place, number 76, Simon Beanie and Adrian North. The winning time, 1 minute 26.94, 1 minute 26.94. So once again, a very quick time. Race 27 then, we have got Rob Heath and Kieran Newman out of gate 1. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe out of gate 3, Steve Smith and Gareth Little off of gate 4. Will Oppen and Ricky Pay are in gate 5, and they did stop in their opening ride, but I can see that they are here, and Mick Stace and Conor Mees are in that gate 6. So Mark Cossar has seen his younger brother go out and take a win. Can he come and do the same thing here in this ride?
I'm going that way.
So tapes up, away they go. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe have made a tremendous start. It is Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe who lead into the first turn. Will Oppen and Ricky Pay have followed them in there in that second. Mick Stace is in third. Rob Heath in fourth. Steve Smith out the back. And very quickly, Steve Smith working his way through the pack. He goes through into fourth. So Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe looking good once again. Rolling away from Will Oppen in that second. Mick Stace in that third place, but he has got Steve Smith and Gareth Little in fourth. They've worked their way past Rob Heath for that fourth place, and they are very quickly getting onto the back of Mick Stace and Conor Measer in that third. In fact, Mick Stace has stopped. Mick Stace has pulled off, which has allowed Steve Smith to come through for that third place. So the chain's off, I can see, for Mick Stace. He's lost the chain on the back of that machine. So one more lap to go here for Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Mark feathering the throttle as he comes past us. So they've all become quite spread out here on this final lap, but this is going to be a very interesting one to watch the times for. How comparable is it going to be to Tom Cossar's time in the previous ride? Mark Cossar takes the win. Once again, that's 2 out of 2 for him. Second place goes to Will Offen and Ricky Fay. Steve Smith and Gareth Little third. And Rob Heath and Kieran Newman finish fourth. So very interesting to look at the time once again. It was a win for number 37 Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Second place number 80 Will Offen and Ricky Pay. Third place number 2 Steve Smith and Gareth Little. Fourth place number 181 Rob Heath and Kieran Newman. And the winning time 1 minute 25.50. 1 minute 25.50. So a little bit slower than his opening ride, but still quicker than all of the others in this race. So race 28, we will have a new heat winner because we've not got any of our previous heat winners together. We've got Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins off of gate 1. We are due to have Paul Whitelum and Richard Webb, but they pulled off in their opening ride. So just waiting to see if they do come to the line. Clint Blondell and Stephen Russell off of gate 6. Dave Buckley and Steve Smith and Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. So it does look as though we don't have Paul Whitelum and Richard Webb, and that is a real shame because they looked really fast in practice. So away we go with race 28. Clint Blondell and Stephen Russell have made a good start. So too have Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. It's those two that hit the turn together. They are absolutely together in the turn. Billy Winterburn has got himself in front. Clint Blondell has to do the chasing in that second place. Dan Berwick's in third. So we look at these front two. Billy Winterburn, he's gone very, very wide off the turn. Clint Blondell's seen it. He's tried to tuck up the inside, but he's scrubbed off too much speed coming off the turn. Two completely different racing lines here. Clint Blondell, he's sticking to those pegs. Dave Buckley's pulled off into the middle at the back. So Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson, they've got to try and keep it in on this turn. That's where Clint Blondell looked dangerous. This time they've got a much tighter line. So Clint Blondell throwing the machine sideways into the turn, catching the passenger unawares a little bit, I think, there as they went into that turn. He wasn't quite where he needed to be entering the turn, but Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson, they are exactly where they need to be. They are at the front, once again bouncing over the bumps and going very wide, but keeping the motor on. Dan Berwick has now caught up to the back of Clint Blondell, and Dan Berwick's dived up the inside of Clint Blondell. I think this second place might be under danger as well. Clint Blondell's going to have a look and see where Dan Berwick is, because he's definitely come on terms with him towards the end of this race. Checker flag is made ready. It's going to be a win for Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Clint Blondell clings on to that second place, and Dan Berwick in third. So the results then of race 28. It was a win for number 94, Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Second place to number 10, Clint Blondell and Stephen Russell. And third place, number 68, Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins. The winning time, 1 minute 30.63, 1 minute 30.63. And that concludes our second leg of rides. So we've now got our third and final leg of qualifying rides coming to the start soon. We've got the 250 solos, and in race 29, of course, the only change is that Shane Knight is riding number 229. We haven't seen Hayden Watts at all this afternoon.
Mate, you're doing alright. Yeah, not bad.
So we've now got the 250s coming to the line for race number 29. And once again, the only change that we've got here is Shane Knight, number 229, rather than 339. We've got Charlie Wood, unbeaten so far, coming to the line in this one. And the only other rider to be unbeaten, of course, is Luke Harris. So, tapes up, away they go. Stuart Bridges has made an absolute flyer as they go down the back straight. Shane Knight has also joined him. Charlie Wood's in that third at the moment, but it's Shane Knight who leads. Stuart Bridges in that second. Now Charlie Wood's driving round the outside of them. It's Charlie Wood who gets to the front. Stuart Bridges in that second place. And we've got a red flag. There's a red flag. Red flags are up. There's been some sort of problem at the start. So, red flags are up. And the rider's coming to a stop, so there was some sort of start line infringement there that we're not sure about. But you can see that the riders are coming up to the start line now. We should have Shane Knight, Jeff Urban, Hayden Watts, Charlie Wood, Stuart Bridges, Max Derrick, Zach Beatty and Carl Bedingfield. So we're looking for... And in fact we're away, so... Once again, Stuart Bridges has made a great start. He did that in the previous running as well. Shane Knight's gone up the inside. It's like a complete repeat of the opening session of this race. But Charlie Wood once again hits the front. So Charlie Wood leading once again. Shane Knight and Stuart Bridges are battling over second and third. Shane Knight dives up the inside of Stuart Bridges. And they meet in the middle of the turn. Stuart Bridges on that speedway style engine and Shane Knight on the motocross style engine, completely different styles. Max Derrick has been riding well this afternoon. He's now putting Shane Knight under tremendous pressure. Stuart Bridges has gone very, very wide, and that has really fallen in Max Derrick's lap. He's gone past both of them for that second place. So Max Derrick riding well here this afternoon. He's got himself into second. Stuart Bridges is coming back round the outside of Shane Knight for that third. So while all the battling's going on, Charlie Wood is absolutely dominating the race. Max Derrick is looking good in that second, but Stuart Bridges, Shane Knight and now Zach Beatty as well are all battling over this third place. Carl Bedingfield isn't too far away either. Zach Beatty's now going round the outside of Shane Knight. He's going very, very wide on the back straight. So Charlie Wood, number 33, is going to take a win here. His third of the afternoon. Max Derrick's going to hold on to that second. Stuart Bridges is under pressure from Zach Beatty as he comes to the line. Stuart Bridges holds on to the third. Zach Beatty fourth, Shane Knight fifth, Carl Bedingfield sixth and Jeff Urban in seventh. So the results of race 29. It was a win for number 33, Charlie Wood. Second place, number 6, Max Derrick. Third, number 65, Stuart Bridges. Fourth, number 48, Zach Beatty. Fifth, number 229, Shane Knight. Sixth, number 73, Carl Bedingfield. And seventh, number 241, Jeff Urban. The winning time, 1 minute 22.63. 1 minute 22.63. And now we have race 30 on the line. We've got no Jake Breeze, of course. His place taken by number 318, Mick Parton. And no Cameron Taylor. His place taken by number 26, Luke Harris. And Luke Harris is unbeaten so far this afternoon. So, tapes up, away they go. And Kevin Gwillam has made a good start this time. Austin Riches has made a good start but has crept back through the pack. Luke Harris has made a much better start this time, so he's not going to have to work his way through the pack. He's hit the front straight away. I really do think that the only rider likely to challenge Luke Harris this afternoon is going to be Charlie Wood, so we'll have to look forward to seeing those two together in the final, because Luke Harris is absolutely away here. Kevin Gwillam in that second place, looking much, much stronger in this ride. Ahead of Jordan Derrick in third. Austin Riches in fourth. Jordan Derrick's coming round the outside of Kevin Gwillam. Jordan Derrick has a good ride from him round the outside of Kevin Gwillam. So Jordan Derrick turns the bike hard in the middle of the corner. He's not quite got himself past Kevin Gwillam. They're still neck and neck as they go down the back straight. So Kevin Gwillam on that inside, he's battling away, he's trying to keep Jordan Derrick out there. Now Jordan Derrick gets himself round the outside and secures that second place. And very quickly you can see that Kevin Gwillam's now got Austin Riches after him as they go down the back straight. Tim Grigg is in that fifth place. So looking very leisurely at the front, number 26, Luke Harris. It's going to be 3 wins out of 3 for him. He takes another win. Jordan Derrick finishes second. Austin Riches does get past Kevin Gwynham for third. 5th place here will be Tim Bridge ahead of Adam Walker, Lewis Duke and Mick Parton. So the results of race 30, it was a win for number 26, Luke Harris. Second place, number 247, Jordan Derrick. Third place, number 46, Austin Riches. Fourth place, number 66, Kevin Gwillam. Fifth place, number 10, Tim Grigg. Sixth place, number 50, Adam Hawker. Seventh place, number 25, Lewis Duke. Eighth place, number 318, Mick Parton. And ninth place, number 43, Chris Simmons. The winning time, 1 minute 21.71. 1 minute 21.71. So we look forward to seeing Charlie and Luke in the final later on today. So over to the upright class, race 31, and we have got all of these number changes here. We've got 189, Rod Snow, 43, Stuart Allen, 282, Mike Dowling, 25, Jason Prynne, 208, Paul Clifton, 17, Tim Mount, 120, Dave Hammond, and then no Martin Adams, but we do have number 19, Dave Mears, coming into the race. So race 31, the upright solos are coming into line here. And Dave Mears took a win in that last ride. Mike Dowling has had 2 wins so far this afternoon, so he leads the competition at this stage, number 282, so look out for him. Dave Mears has made a good start, Mike Dowling has made a good start too. Jason Prynne is there as well, and so too is Tim Mount. So all of the high point scorers, Dave Mears it is that leads though as they come off this turn. Jason Prynne's in that second. Mike Dowling once again plugging away on the inside just like he has done all day long, and it's managed to earn him some good points as well. Tim Mount's given him a lot to think about in that third place. But Dave Mears at the front looking good this time, ahead of Jason Prynne. Jason's looking like he's got a nice tidy line coming off that turn. He is very close to Dave Mears as we go into this second lap. Jason Prynne is now mounting a challenge. He does look fast in that second place. So into this bottom turn, Dave Mears turns the power on. Jason Prynne has drifted a little bit wide this time. Isn't able to come on terms with Dave Mears at the front. Mike Dowling this time settling for that third. He knows that those 2 wins earlier on will secure his place into the final. So the checkered flag being made ready. It's going to be a win here for Dave Mears. He takes another win in the uprights. Number 19, Dave Mears takes the win. Jason Prynne finishes second. Mike Dowling third. Tim Mount finishes fourth. Stuart Allen will be fifth, and Paul Clifton will be sixth. And see Dave Hammond is pushing back to the pits on over there on the other side, so that's a shame to see. So the results of race 31, it was a win for number 19, Dave Mears. Second place, number 25, Jason Prynne. Third place, number 282, Mike Dowling. Fourth place, number 17, Tim Mount. Fifth place, number 43, Stuart Allen. And sixth place, number 208, Paul Clifton. The winning time, 119.44. 119.44. So the next upright race, race 32, we've got no Chris Malone, no Bradley Wilson-Dean. We were due to have Kevin Beer, number 51, but we haven't seen him so far this afternoon. Number 112, Bill Haynes, comes in as an addition in this one. Luke Tuck will ride number 89. Tim Kernock will ride 726. Max Broadhurst, number 58, comes into this one. Joshua Brown is number 291, and John Chaldicott is number 67. So it looks like we've got 5 riders over on the start line, so tapes up, away they go. And Luke Tuck has made a very good start. Tim Kernock is there with him. Tim's been going very well this afternoon. He allows Luke Tuck to ride into the corner. So Luke Tuck hits the front here, looking good as they exit the turn. Tim Kernock so far has been unbeaten. He will want to get back at Luke Tuck. In fact, he's not unbeaten, is he? He was beaten by Mike Dowling in that last ride, and he will want to get another win under his belt here. So he is chasing down Luke Tuck as they go into this top corner. So number 89, Luke Tuck, he's got to try and keep the machine tight. He cannot allow the spaces up the inside that we've been seeing so many of them doing. He's been allowing too much racing room for other riders, and that's what Tim Kernock's waiting for as he goes down that back straight. He's waiting for that mistake from Luke Tuck. So at the moment Luke Tuck is looking good. He's got Tim Kernock near him, but he's just got his nose in front. There's one more lap for him to cling on. Tim Kernock's now switched to the outside. Now he switches back up the inside as they exit the turn. Tim Kernock gets very close to Luke Tuck. Luke Tuck's got his leg back as he goes down that back straight. He's got to try and keep the machine in on this turn because Tim Kernock will be up the inside. Round they come for this final turn. It's going to be a win for Luke Tuck. He takes the win. Tim Kernock finishes second. That's a great ride from Luke Tuck. Max Broadhurst finishes third. And John Chaldicock will finish fourth ahead of Bill Haynes. So the results of race 32, it was a win for number 89, Luke Tuck. Second place, number 726, Tim Kernock. Third place, number 58, Max Broadhurst. Fourth place, number 67, John Chaldicock. And fifth place, number 112, Bill Haynes. The winning time, 1 minute 21.37. 1 minute 21.37. So race 33, the third leg of the 350 solos. We're going to have Wayne Broadhurst in this one, Luke Clifton and David Hollingsby. Max Broadhurst is back-to-back here. I can see that, I think he is coming out. He's back-to-back races here. Steve Garside, no Andrew Whittaker, no Cameron Taylor. Will Falby, Luke Harris and George Pardo come into this race as well. So we're expecting 8 riders, and I think we've got about 8 riders over there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we seem to be missing somebody, so we shall try and work out who that is as they get going. As tapes up, away they go. And that is Wayne Broadhurst, who's made an excellent start off the inside. But Luke Clifton has come round the outside, and Luke Clifton was very quick in that last race, of course. In that last 350 race, he's got himself to the front once again here. Steve Garside is going up the inside of Wayne Broadhurst for that second place. They come together in the middle of the corner. Wayne Broadhurst has nosed in front in that second though. Steve Garside third, Luke Harris in fourth, George Pardo's in fifth, Will Thurby sixth, and Max Broadhurst has pulled out at the back. So Luke Clifton looking at this. Steve Garside has now forced his way through into that second place. Looking at Luke Harris as well, he's now trying to go round the outside of Wayne Broadhurst to try and pick off that third place. So Luke Clifton, this will certainly give him the lead in this competition. If he can stay in front, he's got one more lap to go. He would have had 2 wins and a second place. The only rider to have beaten him is currently in 4th place in Luke Harris. So round this final turn for the final time, it's going to be a win here for rider number 51, Luke Clifton. He takes the win once again in the 350. Steve Garside finishes second, Wayne Broadhurst third, Luke Harris fourth, Will Falby fifth, George Pardo finishes sixth. So the results of race 33 was a win for number 51, Luke Clifton. Second place, number 111, Steve Garside. Third place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. Fourth place, number 26, Luke Harris. Fifth place, number 47, Will Falby. And sixth place, number 21, George Pardo. The winning time, 1 minute 18.88. 1 minute 18.88. So race 34, the 500cc sidecars. We've seen 2 wins out of 2 for outfit number 77, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. We have seen Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin have a second and a third. We've seen Jordan Smith and Joe Page have a second and a third. So looking over to the start, it does look like we've still got all 6 outfits coming to the line. So here we go then with race 34. Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett have made a good start this time. Simon Field has made an even better one. They all get to the turn together. It's Sean Hughes who leads. Simon Field's got into that second place. Sean Hughes is completely sideways in the middle of the turn. So Jordan Smith is in that third, but this is a good ride from Simon Field in that second place. He's got Jordan Smith on his shoulder as he comes around that turn. Paul Smith has pulled off in the middle. Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett once again looking absolutely in a league of their own there in the front, but Jordan Smith now is riding hard into that corner. He's coming round the outside of Simon Field. They get very close down this back straight. Simon Field is still in that second place. He's staying on the inside. He's making Jordan Smith work hard round the outside of him. You can see that he's allowing him a little bit of space. Now Jordan Smith gets himself into that second. And Simon Field finds himself in third, and already he is under pressure from Josh Goodwin for that third place. There's one more lap to go here for Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, who are looking very, very good once again in this one. So now Josh Goodwin and Liam Brown are on the shoulder of Simon Field. Simon Field once again is staying on the inside pegs in that third place to try his best to hold on. Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett take the win. Jordan Smith takes second, and it's very close on the line between third and fourth. And Richard Jenner will pick up fifth. So the results of race 34, it was a win for number 77, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. That's 3 out of 3 now. Second place, number 842, Jordan Smith and Joe Page. Third place, number 42, Simon Field and Shane Freeman. Fourth place, number 3, Lester Goodwin and Scott Goodwin. And fifth place, number 87, Richard Jenner and Adrian North. The winning time, 1 minute 20.62. 1 minute 20.62. And now we have got the old and new sidecars, race 35. Wow. I'm being told I've said something that I really don't know where that came from. Number 3, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin in that fourth place. I think I announced Josh's dad in that one. Apologies for that, but always in our thoughts. So race 35, the old and new sidecars. We have got no Dylan and Thomas Newton. We have got Chris Bradburn here, but with Carl Bedingfield in the chair. So we have not got any of, we've got neither 71 Mark Seward and 72 Mark Courtney in this one. So we're going to have a new heat winner in race 35. Race 36, we have got those two together. So looking forward to seeing what's going to happen between those two. So we've only got the 3 outfits on the line. So we've got no outfit number 333 here. So tapes up, away they go. Brian Hatch has made a great start as they come past us. It's Brian Hatch and Lewis Walton who lead into the turn. They've got Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney all over the back of them though as they go around that turn. Liam Brown's gone very, very wide. Brian Hatch has got to try and keep it in tight and make him work his way round him. So Brian Hatch and Lewis Walton this afternoon for the first time leading their race. Liam Brown's now gone round the outside. He's tried to cut across. He's being forced wide. It gets very close as they come out of that turn, but Brian Hatch still leads. So Liam Brown is trying to work his way round the outside. He completely ran out of room when he come past us then. Brian Hatch and Lewis Walton. This is a good ride from these two. Once again, Liam Brown is quick into the turn. Switching up the inside, he cannot get away past Brian Hatch and Lewis Walton. They are making themselves as wide as possible, and this time Liam Brown's going to try to go around the outside. He's gone right round the outside. That's a good ride from Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. They went right round the outside. They worked up the speed, got the momentum, and now they sit in the lead. So Brian Hatch and Lewis Walton, they can see that Liam Brown is getting away from them here. So they certainly made Liam Brown work hard, but he's now got himself to the front. He's established a lead, and he's going to take his first win this afternoon in the old and new sidecar class. So round we come for the final time. It's going to be a win for Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. They take the win. Brian Hatch finishes second, and it will be number 39, Chris Bradburn and Carl Bedingfield, who finished third. So the results of race 35, it was a win for number 3, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. Second place, number 69, Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton. And third place, number 39, Chris Bradburn and Carl Bedingfield. The winning time, 1 minute 40.53. 1 minute 40.53. So race 36 then, the old and new sidecars. We've got no Paul Nelson and Lewis Wharton, but we do have outfit number 72, unbeaten so far this afternoon, Mark Courtney and Leon Tyres. And we've also got outfit number 71, Mark Seward and Terry Saunters, also unbeaten this afternoon. So you can cross off number 39 as well, he went in the last race. So we should have 4 outfits coming to line. So here we go then, the final qualifying heat for these outfits, and Mark Courtney's made a good start from the inside. And it's just about ahead of Mark Seward as he goes to his first turn. So it's Mark Courtney leads ahead of Mark Seward. So it's Mark Seward with all of the work to do here. Herman Paul's got himself in front of Chris Tyrrell for that third place. So into this pit corner, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, they turn the bike hard in the middle of the corner. Mark Seward's come up the inside, they've got very close, and Mark Seward's found a way past. So he's found a way past on the inside of Mark Courtney, and now Mark Courtney's got to do the work to come back on terms. Is Mark Seward going to get away here, or is Mark Courtney going to come back at him? It looks like Mark Seward's got plenty of speed as they go down the back straight, and I think that Mark Seward and Terry Saunters, they might have the edge on this one. And is this Gold Cup slipping away from Mark Courtney and Leon Torres? Chris Tyrrell and Herman Paul at the back having a real battle for that third. So the last lap flag being made ready here. Mark Seward and Terry Saunters, they've looked very good all afternoon. They certainly look good in this one. 1 more lap to go ahead of Mark Courtney, who doesn't really have an answer to them. Chris Tyrrell was now stopped at the back, and that's a shame because he was locked in battle with Herman Paul for that third place. So round they come for the final time. It's going to be 3 wins out of 3 for outfit number 71. Mark Seward and Terry Saunters, they go into the final unbeaten. Mark Courtney and Leon Torres finish second, and Herman Paul and Ash Pearce finish in third. So the results of race 36, it was a win for number 71, Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. Second place, number 72, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. And third place, number 38, Herman Paul and Ash Pearce. The winning time, 1 minute 37.78, 1 minute 37.78. And the next time we see the old and new sidecars, it will be for the final, which will be for their Gold Cup. So race 37 we look to, and it is the 500cc solos for their third ride. We have got E.I. Meadows, Gareth Hickmott, Bradley Wilson-Dean, no Edward Kennett of course, Luke Tuck, Tim Nobes, and the flying Chad Wirtzfeld coming off of gate 7. So race 38 we're just looking at here. In race 38 we've got Alfie Botel out in that one, who's had 2 seconds. So there's a chance for some riders to pick up some very big points in this third leg to make sure that they can get into the top 8 and get into that final. So here we go then with race number 37, taped up, away they go. We've got 6 riders on the line. It's Tim Nobes who's made a great start as they go down into that first turn. Bradley Wilson-Dean is there, Chad Wirtzfeld comes round the outside. Bradley Wilson-Dean is in third, but look at the speed of Chad Wirtzfeld. He leads as they come past us. Tim Nobes is the rider chasing him. Bradley Wilson-Dean's in that third place, Gareth Hickmott's in fourth. So Tim Nobes, he had a go in that first turn, but just look at Chad Wirtzfeld. He is so fast out in front, there's absolutely no stopping him. Gareth Hickmott in that 4th place ahead of Luke Tuck in 5th. E.I. Meadows in that 6th place. So Chad Wirtzfeld, this will make it 3 out of 3. He is looking absolutely tremendous as he comes off the bottom turn. Tim Nobes is in that second. Bradley Wilson-Dean still getting used to things in that third. And Tim Nobes has thrown his steel shoe as he's come past us, so he's now riding without a steel shoe. Tim Nobes, once again, I think he lost it in his last ride as well. So there's a rider that stopped and they get very, very close. They come past us. Chad Wirtzfeld takes the win. Tim Nobes is only just avoiding the bike as well. So Tim Nobes finishes second, Bradley Wilson being third, Gareth Hickmott fourth. Eli Meadows, stricken machine in the middle of the track, coming off this turn. Thankfully everyone missed them. So the results of race 37, it was a win for number 69, Chad Wirtzfeld. Second place, number 2, Tim Nobes. Third place, number 96, Bradley Wilson Dean. Fourth place, number 17, Gareth Hickmott. And fifth place, number 89, Luke Tuck. The winning time, 1:08.91, 1:08.91. So even with that diversion on the last corner, Chad Wirtzfeld still very much on the pace there. So we now move to race 38, and we have got Mark Hedling, Jim Collins, Will Thirlby, Alfie Botel, Aaron Butcher, James Laker and Ryan Ashcroft. So here we go with race 38, and I can see there's a problem for Alfie Botel. He's gone straight to the back. Aaron Butcher's hit the front, but he's gone incredibly wide. Here's Aaron Butcher who leads. Ryan Ashcroft is the rider in second, chasing after him. So Alfie Botel was pulled off into the middle, and that is a real shame to see. James Laker's in third place, ahead of Jim Collins, and it's James Laker who is putting pressure on Ryan Ashcroft for that second place now. So Aaron Butcher looking good at the moment. There is a battle for that second place. Ryan Ashcroft and James Laker have come together. Ryan Ashcroft, he is having to try and keep on the inside line. James Laker's gone incredibly wide on this turn, and Ryan Ashcroft has been able to get away a little bit. Back into the pit corner, James Laker is much quicker around that top corner at number 117, but he's run out of speed as he comes off the corner, and Ryan Ashcroft maintains that second place. So for the final time, Aaron Butcher coming round the turn. It's going to be a win for rider number 20, Aaron Butcher. He takes the win. James Laker finishes in second, Ryan Ashcroft third, Jim Collins finishes fourth ahead of Will Thirlby in fifth, and Mark Hedling in sixth. So the results of race 38, it was a win for number 20, Aaron Butcher. Second place, number 117, James Laker. Third place, number 45, Ryan Ashcroft. Fourth place, number 205, Jim Collins. Fifth place, number 47, Will Thirlby. And sixth place, number 65, Mark Hedling. The winning time, 1:20.84, 1:20.84. And race 39 is about to come to the tapes, and it is the final leg for the 1000cc right-hand sidecars. Now, after race 42, we will have an interval. So we have got these 4 races of right-hand sidecars, and then we will have an interval, a little bit of track prep, a little bit of time to get ready for the finals, time for everyone to visit the beer tent, visit the grill shack, visit anywhere else you want to do. So race 39, we've got no Jordan Williams in this one, number 46, but we do have Dave Buckley, we've got Will Offen, we've got Terry Saunters, who had a win in his last ride, we've got Mark Cossar, and we've got Rick McCauley, and really Mark and Tom Cossar have been on another level this afternoon. So here we go then with race 39, tapes up, away they go. And it is Terry Saunters and Mark Cossar who seem to have made the best of it. It's Mark Cossar who leads into the turn. Terry Saunters goes diving in after him. Will Offen is up the inside of Terry Saunters. But Terry Saunters and Liam Brown have got enough speed to hold on to that second place. So Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe looking good here as they come around this turn. Will Offen's in that second place. Now third place, ahead of Rick McCauley, Dave Buckley's in fifth. So Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe really have been looking very, very quick this afternoon. Not even looked like being beaten at all this afternoon as they come round this bottom corner. Terry Saunters and Liam Brown with no answer for them, well often in that third place. Rick McCauley's in fourth. So the last lap flag being made ready here then for Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. There's an awful lot of smoke coming off the machine in fifth. Not sure how much longer that thing's going to last at the moment. It's not looking too good at the moment, but round they come for the final time. It's going to be a win for Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. It's 3 out of 3 for them. Terry Saunters and Liam Brown finish second. Third place goes to Will Offen and Ricky Pay. Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin finish fourth, and Dave Buckley and Steve Smith do get that smoking machine home for fifth. So the results of race 39, it was a win for number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Now they head into the final on a maximum. Second place, number 24, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown. Third place, number 80, Will Offen and Ricky Pay. Fourth place, number 51, Rick McCauley and Alan Hoskin. And fifth place, number 40, Dave Buckley and Steve Smith. The winning time, 1 minute 24.75, 1 minute 24.75. And I think that's the fastest time of the day. It certainly is, by 0.03 of a second. So that's the quickest that Mark Cossar's gone so far this afternoon. So race 40 then. We've got Simon Beanie and Adrian North off of gate 1. Andrew and Michelle Minard off of gate 2. Steve Smith and Gareth Little off of gate 3. I don't think we're going to see Paul Whitelam unless he's got things sorted in gate 4. And we've got Mick Stace and Conor Meza off of gate 5. So here we go with race 40. I can see that we've still got no Paul Whitelam, so just the 4 outfits here as their tapes go up, away they go. And Simon Beanie and Adrian North have made a flyer off the inside. Steve Smith is on their shoulder as they go into the turn, so it's Simon Beanie who leads as they get into the turn. Steve Smith's now going around the outside. It's close down the back straight. Simon Beanie's just got his nose in front. Now Steve Smith goes in front of him. So Steve Smith and Gareth Little now, they take the lead ahead of Simon Beanie and Adrian North. Mick Stace and Conor Meza hold that third place, and Andrew and Michelle Minard are in that fourth. So Steve Smith and Gareth Little looking good as they go down that back straight. And Simon Beanie in that second place. So Andrew and Michelle Minard at the moment trying to make up some ground on Mick Stace for that third place. So great to see Steve Smith at the front. We've seen him win so many races over the years. Great to see him back and going so well as he comes round 4 to take the last lap flag. We really are delighted to see Steve Smith and Gareth Little back racing here. So Simon Beanie's now coming under pressure from Andrew and Michelle Minard for their second place. So Steve Smith and Gareth Little have got this one completely sewn up. Simon Beanie and Adrian North have got Andrew and Michelle Minard all over the back of them at the moment. And they've just gone through as they come past us. It's going to be Andrew Minard who comes second, Simon Beanie in third, and Mick Stace fourth. So the results of race 40. It was a win for number 2, Steve Smith and Gareth Little. Second place, number 19, Andrew and Michelle Minard. Third place, number 76, Simon Beanie and Adrian North. And fourth place, number 18, Mick Stace and Conor Meza. The winning time, 1 minute 31.09, 1 minute 31.09. So a first heat win for Steve Smith and Gareth Little on their return. Very good to see. That ought to get them into the final. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out later. But we turn to race 41. We've got Clint Blondell here with Stephen Russell in the chair. We've got Dale and Jordan Fish, who have been going well this afternoon. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch, who've had a win in a second. We've got Rob Heath and Kieran Newman, and Trevor Heath and Sam Heath, who have also had a win this afternoon. So we have got 5 outfits on the line here for race 41. So us some riders with some big points to gain here as they come past us. It is Michael Austin and Vinny Branch who lead them into the turn. They are all together in the middle of the corner. Clint Blondell's up the inside. Dale Fisher's come round the outside. It's Dale Fisher's got himself into that second. Clint Blondell's in third, and Trevor Heath has now got to work hard to get himself past Clint Blondell for that third place. He's on the outside, and Clint Blondell is making him work even harder than he wants to for that third place. So Michael Austin once again leading here ahead of Dale Fish, but I'm keeping my eye on that third place battle because Clint Blondell and Trevor Heath, they are neck and neck as they go down the back straight. Now Trevor Heath moves his way into third and Clint Blondell finds himself in fourth. So Michael Austin at the front has now got Dale Fish with him as they go into the latter stage of this race. Dale Fish has made up a lot of ground on Michael Austin in that second place. Clint Blondell once again having a go at Trevor Heath in third and fourth. There's two races in one here going on. So round the turn they come. There's one more lap to go. If Dale Fish is going to catch Michael Austin, he's only got one more lap to do it. Michael Austin has turned the bike hard. Coming out of this top corner, he's got into that corner a little bit harder than Dale Fish. But we've still got Michael Austin in front. And it looks like Michael Austin has got this one sewn up. Round he comes for the final time. It's another win for Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. Dale Fish finishes second. Trevor Heath third. Clint Blondell fourth. And Rob Heath has pulled off into the middle. So the results of race 41. It was a win for number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. Second place, number 20, Dale and Jordan Fish. Third place, number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. And fourth place, number 10, Clint Blondell and Stephen Russell. The winning time, 1 minute 28.09, 1 minute 28.09. So race 42, the final heat for the third leg, and we will be having an interval after race 42. And we have got unbeaten Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards off of gate 1 here. We've also got Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson who have had a heat win so far this afternoon. And then we've got some riders that are desperate for points. Kieran Hicks had a disappointing second ride, so he'll want some points in this one. So race 42, then flames out, away we go. And look for Tom Cossar on the inside, he has made a good start, so too has Billy Winterburn. But it's Tom Cossar who leads going into that first turn. Billy Winterburn's in that second place. And Will Penfold is battling away with Dan Berwick over that third place, and it's Dan Berwick at the moment who holds the advantage over Will Penfold. Kieran Hicks finds himself in fifth, so he's got a lot of work to do once again. But once again, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards looking absolutely fantastic here. There's a proper squabble going for this third, fourth and fifth. Will Penfold and Freddie Wood at the moment hold on to that third, but Dan Berwick's not too far away, and Kieran Hicks is trying to find a gap to go through. So Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards at the moment got plenty of speed to hold Billy Winterburn at bay, but this is another solid ride from Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. So Will Penfold seems to be slowing a little bit on the back straight, and he has slowed and allowed Dan Berwick up the inside of him. So Dan Berwick now goes into that third. Will Penfold looks like he's slowing dramatically on that top corner. So one more lap to go. Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards leading Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins currently hold that third, ahead of Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney. So round they come for the final time. It's going to be a win for Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson second. Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins third. Kieran Hicks fourth. Frankie Courtney. Corey Taylor in fifth. And Will Penfold circulating for the 6th place points. So the results of race 42, it was a win for number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. Second place, number 94, Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson. Third place, number 68, Dan Berwick and Mark Hopkins. Fourth place, number 78, Kieran Hicks and Frankie Courtney. Fifth place, number 21, Corey Taylor and Jordan Holland. And sixth place, number 22, Will Penfold and Freddie Wood. The winning time, 1 minute 28.56, 1 minute 28.56. So that concludes the qualifying races. We will have a short interval now. So we are nearly ready for the first of these finals. The 250 solo finals are coming out onto the circuit. Just whilst we're waiting, I would like to announce a happy 13th birthday to Shay Blythe. 13 tomorrow. So happy birthday to him. I can't believe he's 13. That's making me feel very old. But have a good birthday, Shay. And yeah, who knows? Your dad might be celebrating a victory in a minute, but we shall wait and see. So race 44. The 250 solo final. We are looking for number 26, Luke Harris, unbeaten so far today. Number 33, Charlie Wood, also unbeaten so far today. Number 247, Jordan Derrick. Number 46, Austin Riches. Number 6, Max Derrick. Number 10, Tim Grigg. Number 73, Carl Bedingfield, and number 65, Stuart Bridges. And remember, the first rider to get to the finish line is the Southern Centre champion for 2023 as the tapes go up, and away we go with this 250 final. And it is Luke Harris who's made an absolute flyer from the middle of the start. Tim Grigg's gone in there with him, but it's Luke Harris who leads as they get to the turn, and he's made the best start he's made all day. Charlie Wood is there in second now. Austin Riches is the rider who's close into the third, ahead of Jordan Derrick. Tim Grigg and Carl Bedingfield are plugging away up the inside. But Luke Harris, he did all the hard work off the start. He made the best start he's made all day, and he really does look like he's got this one in his back pocket as they come around this turn. Charlie Wood's in that second place. Jordan Derrick has worked his way through to third, and he's got Austin Riches all over the back of him in that fourth place. Carl Bedingfield's fifth, Tim Grigg sixth, Stuart Bridges in seventh, Max Derrick at the back at the moment. So at the front, Luke Harris looking good this time. He's been unbeaten in the 250s. He's looked very, very quick. He's made an excellent start, and he certainly hasn't looked back. He's got one more lap to go. Charlie Wood's in that second place, but Jordan Derrick's getting very close to him as this race progresses, and Jordan Derrick's having a go at Charlie Wood up the inside. So Charlie Wood's second place is certainly not sewn up here because he's got Jordan Derrick all over the back of him in the last stages of this race. Luke Harris is the Southern Centre champion for 2023, but this race for second is to the line. It's going to be very close. It's just about Charlie Wood. From Jordan Derrick in third, Austin Riches fourth, Bedingfield fifth, Grigg sixth, Derrick seventh, and Stuart Bridges in eighth. So a great ride from Luke Harris to take the Southern Centre Championship for the 250 class. A brilliant ride by him. Giving up for all these riders. Some great racing, some really good, promising youngsters in this class at the moment. They've put on some great racing this afternoon, and we look forward to seeing them racing again later on. So the results then of the 250 solo final. It was a win for number 26, Luke Harris. Second place, number 33, Charlie Wood. Third place, number 247, Jordan Derrick. Fourth place, number 46, Austin Riches. Fifth place, number 73, Carl Bedingfield. Sixth place, number 10, Tim Grigg. Seventh place, number 6, Max Derrick. And eighth place, number 65, Stuart Bridges. The winning time, 1 minute 18.44, 1 minute 18.44. And we've got the first of our 250, but the first of our Southern Centre champions in the history books, Luke Harris, the 2023 Southern Centre champion. So now we look to the upright solos. We've got number 19, Dave Mears, number 282, Mike Dowling, number 726, Tim Kernock, number 89, Luke Tuck, number 25, Jason Prynne, number 17, Tim Mount, number 43, Stuart Allen, and number 67, John Chaldicott. That's who we are expecting to see in this upright solo final. As takes go up, away they go. And Dave Mears has made a good start, but he's got Luke Tuck and Jason Prynne there with him as they go into that first turn. It is Dave Mears who leads. He's gone in very, very quickly. He turns the bike in the middle of the corner. He's got it all under control. It's Dave Mears who leads. Jason Prynne's in that second. Luke Tuck's up to third. Mike Dowling is in that fourth place, but he's under attack from Tim Kernock as they go into that pit corner. So Dave Mears, the highest point scorer coming into this final, he's looking good in this one. Tim Kernock is attacking Mike Dowling over that fourth and fifth place. Now Tim Kernock goes into fourth, and Mike Dowling switched up the inside. That's where the racing's happening at the moment for that fourth and fifth, because the front three have got plenty of space between them at the moment. Dave Mears is looking good up front. Jason Print looks like he's got it secured in that second place. Luke Tuck putting in another good ride in that third, so one more lap to go then for Dave Mears. Jason Print in second, Luke Tuck's third, Tim Curnock's in the fourth, Mike Dowling fifth, Tim Mountain in sixth and Stuart Allen seventh. So into the final bend for the final time. Looking good for the win here. Another Southern Centre champion, the upright champion for 2023. Dave Mears, number 19, takes the win. Jason Prynne second. Luke Tuck finishes third. Tim Curnock fourth. Mike Dowling fifth. Tim Mount finishes sixth, ahead of Stuart Allen and John Chaldicott. So Dave Mears, he switched from the 350 class to the upright class, and it's proved to be a great decision because he has really gone well this afternoon. He's not had it all his own way, but a brilliant day's racing for Dave Mears, all the way up from Kent this afternoon to take this Southern Centre Championship in the upright class. So well done to the riders. Of course, we'll see the top three at the rostrum after the meeting's finished. But the results of the upright solo final: it was a win for number 19, Dave Mears. Second place, number 25, Jason Prynne. Third, number 89, Luke Tuck. Fourth, number 726, Tim Curnock. Fifth, number 282, Mike Dowling. Sixth, number 17, Tim Mount. Seventh, number 43, Stuart Allen. And eighth, number 67, John Chaldicott. The winning time, 1 minute 18.69. 1 minute 18.69. So we've got our 500 sidecars next. We've got two late practices, very, very late practices that are coming out after the meeting. So just to make you all aware, please do not make your way onto the circuit. Please do not take the ropes down after the right-hand sidecar final. We've got a 500cc sidecar doing a practice, and we've got a 1000 sidecar doing a practice as well, immediately after the right-hand sidecar final. So if I could ask that you don't put any of the ropes and stakes down after the final, but if you are still around after that, if you could loosen the ropes, loosen a couple of the stakes as well, keep them in the ground, they're a bit easy to pick up after we've had those two practices, that would be really helpful. So, fourth leg of this 500cc sidecar, and so far it's been completely dominated by Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. They've been in absolutely sensational style this afternoon, and they will look to make it 4 out of 4 here, but they've not made a very good start. It's Simon Field who's absolutely flown from the tapes. Simon Field leads going into that first turn. He's got Jordan Smith up the inside of him. Sean Hughes is trying to go round the outside as they come around this turn. Jordan Smith has now taken up the lead. That's a good ride from Jordan Smith up the inside. Sean Hughes is having to go right the way round the outside. He's covering an awful lot more ground than the others, but Jordan Smith still clings on to the lead. Sean Hughes has got to work hard to get round him. He's on that wide line. He's very, very quick on that wide line. Back into that top corner then. Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett on the outside. Jordan Smith, he's moved across. He's just about got his nose in front still as they go into this next lap. Now Sean Hughes looks like he's got himself ahead. And as they come off that turn, you can see that Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett have got themselves past Jordan Smith and Joe Page for that lead. So Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, they've been fantastic this afternoon, but Jordan Smith's having another go. He's having another go at Sean Hughes. He's not going to let this up easily, although Sean Hughes looks very, very quick going into that pit corner. He's got just half a lap to go. I think Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett have got enough in the locker here to make sure they bring this home. They turn the bike hard going into the turn to make sure they don't run too wide. Out the turn they come. It's going to be a fourth win for Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. They take the win. Jordan Smith and Joe Page finish second. Lester Goodwin, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin finish third. Simon Field and Shane Freeman fourth. And it's Paul Smith and Toby Veer in that fifth place. A fabulous result there for Jordan Smith. You can see how delighted they are on the back straight. But Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, absolutely sensational this afternoon. Brilliant racing from them. So some great racing from the 500cc sidecars, a brilliant fourth leg, a good effort from Jordan Smith and Joe Page, who seem to be getting quicker and quicker every week. But what a result for Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett, all the way down from the Welsh border. And they are going from strength to strength at the moment. So the results of race 46, the 500 sidecar, leg 4. It was a win for number 77, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. Second place, number 842, Jordan Smith and Joe Page. Third place, number 3, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin. Fourth place, number 42, Simon Field and Shane Freeman. And fifth place, number 98, Paul Smith and Toby Veer. The winning time, 1 minute 19.44, 1 minute 19.44. And that does confirm that Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett are the winners of the meeting. Jordan Smith in second and Josh Goodwin finishes third. So now we go to the 350 solo final, or the 350 solo fourth leg. We've got all of the 350 solos in this one that have been racing. They've had 3 legs so far. We've had 2 wins for Luke Clifton, 1 win for Luke Harris, and it is Luke Clifton who leads once again as they go into that turn. He currently leads the meeting quite handsomely on 31 points. Steve Garside is the one that's closest to him, and he is in that second place. So Luke Clifton has been really going well this afternoon, and once again he's got himself to the front. Steve Garside has secured that second. I'm looking for Luke Harris. He's in that 4th place at the moment. He was very quick in his opening ride, but since then has fallen by the wayside. So Wayne Broadhurst looking good in that 3rd place. So Luke Clifton leads ahead of Steve Garside in 2nd, Wayne Broadhurst in 3rd, Luke Harris 4th, George Pardo's in that 5th, and then we've got Max Broadhurst fighting with Will Thirlby at the back. So 1 more lap to go then for Luke Clifton. And he does look like he has got this one absolutely under wraps. He's won 2 of the races. This will be his 3rd race win of the day, and it really is. He's got a big gap in the points between himself and Steve Garside, and this will make it bigger. It's a brilliant win for Luke Clifton. He takes the win. Steve Garside 2nd, Wayne Broadhurst 3rd, Luke Harris 4th, George Pardo 5th, Will Thirlby 6th, and Max Broadhurst finishes 7th. So a great result there for Luke Clifton. He takes the overall victory in this class, and Steve Garside, he will be 2nd overall. So Luke Harris, after that heat win, he's had an exhausting day. He must be absolutely exhausted after competing in the 2 classes. But Luke Clifton, heading towards that British Championship at the end of August, he is in some good form at the moment. And Wayne and Max Broadhurst riding well today as well. So the results then of the 350cc solo 4th leg. It was a win for number 51, Luke Clifton. 2nd place, number 111, Steve Garside. 3rd place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. 4th place, number 26, Luke Harris. 5th place, number 21, George Pardo. 6th place, number 47, Will Thirlby. And 7th place, number 58, Max Broadhurst. And the winning time, 1 minute 18.41. 1 minute 18.41. And I can confirm that Luke Harris is the rider who finishes 3rd overall. So we've got Luke Clifton as the 350 winner, Steve Garside is 2nd, and Luke Harris is 3rd. So race 48, the old and new Sidecar Gold Cup final. And if you've been down towards this PA box, you'll see these Gold Cups. They are really quite spectacular trophies. And it's a class that's been dominated by Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, but they really have had to dig deep today, because they have got Mark Seward with Terry Saunters in the chair, who have absolutely taken it to them and beat them in that final leg. I wonder what's going to happen here in this final. First to the finish will be the winner and the Gold Cup champion for 2023. And there's a problem at the start. It looks like one of the riders had the tapes underneath the mudguard, so the red flags are straight up, so they'll have to go back and do it all again. So yeah, news from the clerk of the course is that Herman, Paul and Ash Pierce are the outfit that have been excluded for touching the tapes on the outside here. So that's a real shame. They have been going well this afternoon. And it's going to be a very important start for all of these riders. Mark Courtney's made the start, Brian Hatch is in there in second. That puts the cat amongst the pigeons, and Mark Stewart is all the way back in 4th place. So he's got an awful lot of work to do if he wants to get to the front, and Mark Courtney has got away. He's run away like a scolded cat. Here he is out in front. Brian Hatch is in that second, Liam Brown is in third, and now Mark Stewart is starting to work his way through, but he's been presented very, very wide. He's been pushed wide. He's had to turn up the inside. So all the while that this is going on, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres are able to get away from the pack. Brian Hatch is causing all sorts of problems on that inside. People just cannot get past him now that Mark Stewart goes up the inside. That's a great ride from outfit number 71. And they set about chasing Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. They haven't got long left to do it though. Brian Hatch is still working hard on the inside of Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. A great race here for this second, third and fourth. And now Liam Brown is attacking Mark Stewart for that second place. They get close on the back straight. So Mark Stewart and Terry Saunters in that second, but they've got Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney working very, very hard behind them to try and get past them. They are absolutely locked together as they get back down to that bottom corner. Mark Courtney and Leon Torres have only got one more lap to go. Once again, Liam Brown's up the inside. He's going to have a look up the inside of Mark Stewart. They're going to be very close going into this final corner. There's absolutely no doubt about the winner. It's going to be Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. They're going to take another win. But Mark Stewart and Terry Saunters have had to work really hard, and they take second. Liam Brown in third. Brian Hatch fourth. Fabulous racing in the final of the old and new sidecars, but what a victory for Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. They made the start, they got away from the pack, and they have once again won the old and new Gold Cup. So Mark Courtney and Leon Torres, the winners of the Gold Cup, and having a look at the engravings, it looks like this is one that's eluded them somehow. They seem to have won every single thing in this old and new series, but they have never won the Gold Cup, and finally they have got their hands on the big trophy. So give them a round of applause as they come past. I'm sure this will mean an awful lot to Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. A fantastic performance by them. So some great racing there from the old and new sidecars, but the results, it was a win for number 72, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. They take the win, they take the Gold Cup for 2023. Second place, number 71, Mark Stewart and Terry Saunters. And third place, number 3, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. Fourth place, number 69, Brian Hatch and Lewis Wharton. Fifth place, number 39, Chris Bradburn and his passenger Terry Saunters. No, Carl Bedingfield. There's about 4 names thrown about then. The winning time, 1 minute 38.06, 1 minute 38.06. And now we move to the last 2 races of the day. First of all, race 49, the 500cc solo final, and we are expecting to see Chad Wirtzfeld, number 69, Tim Nobes, number 2, Aaron Butcher, number 20, James Laker, number 117, number 17, Gareth Hickmott, number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean, number 45, Ryan Ashcroft, and number 205, Jim Collin. And we've seen some tremendous performances from Chad Wirtzfeld this afternoon. He has been absolutely superb. He certainly starts as the favourite here, but has the Cotswold Express, Tim Nobes, held something back for this final? Has Aaron Butcher held something back for this final? We've also got the New Zealander Bradley Wilson-Dean coming to the line. He's won a meeting up country by winning the final. Could he pull something out the bag in this final here? There's a lot of things to sort out in the next 4 laps. Remember that the winner will be the Southern Centre champion, the first person past the post. So here we go then with the 500cc solo final. So tapes up, away they go. And Aaron Butcher's made a good start, but so too has Chad Wirtzfeld. He's made a fantastic start, and already Chad Wirtzfeld is leaping away. He's gone very, very wide. He's gone incredibly wide. He's allowed Tim Nobes up the inside of him. He's now got to work hard to get back past Tim Nobes. So Tim Nobes takes the lead. Chad Wirtzfeld completely missed the corner going into the first turn. Bradley Wilson-Dean has worked his way into that 3rd place. So Tim Nobes has got himself in front on his comeback meeting. He's ragged as he comes round the turn, but he's just about got his nose in front. Chad Wirtzfeld goes up the inside. Now Chad Wirtzfeld gets himself in front. Can Tim Nobes do anything about it as he chases him out of that turn? Bradley Wilson-Dean is still in that 3rd place, but he's catching up quickly with Tim Nobes as they go into that top corner. So there's one more lap to go here for Chad Wirtzfeld. He looks like he's away, but Bradley Wilson-Dean is now battling away with Tim Nobes over that 2nd place. Aaron Butcher's in 4th. That battle for 2nd is raging because Bradley Wilson-Dean's trying to come round the outside. Now he gets round Tim Nobes. Has Tim Nobes got an answer to him? As that's going on, Chad Wirtzfeld takes the win, and it's Bradley Wilson-Dean who finishes 2nd, Tim Nobes in 3rd, Aaron Butcher finishes 4th, Gareth Hickmore 5th, Ryan Ashcroft finishes 6th ahead of James Laker in 7th. A tremendous performance from Chad Wirtzfeld. Brilliant to see the Southern Centre Championship go into a Southern Centre lad. What a race from Tim Nobes, back from retirement. He has been absolutely brilliant once again. We've really missed Tim Nobes and seen him on the tracks. He's not lost any of his style. But brilliant performance from Chad Wirtzfeld, a fabulous win, and a Southern Centre title in his back pocket. So those of you that don't know, that's Ben Ilsley's bike that Tim Nobes has been on. Ben making sure that Tim was a part of today's meeting by supplying the bike for him. So the results then of race 49, the 500 solos. It was a win for number 69, Chad Wirtzfeld. 2nd place, number 96, Bradley Wilson-Dean. 3rd place, number 2, Tim Nobes. 4th place, number 20, Aaron Butcher. 5th place, number 17, Gareth Hickmore. 6th place, number 45, Ryan Ashcroft. And 7th place, number 117, James Laker. The winning time, 1 minute 11.59, 1 minute 11.59. And now we go to our final race of the day, our 1000cc right-hand sidecar final. And don't forget that after this race, we have got a couple of practices, so please don't go onto the circuit. Marshals and first aid officials, please stay in position. Don't loosen the ropes. We've got one more race to go. As we wait for these sidecars, it's a perfect time to thank our sponsors, and most of all our title sponsor, RJC Autos, for all their support. You can see the banners around the track, RJC Autos. We've got plenty of support from our title sponsor this afternoon, and really great to have them here today and giving out some trophies later on after the racing is all done. So please come and join us for that. we are hoping to see in the right-hand sidecar final number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, and I see he's gone straight onto gate 1. And number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, he's gone on gate 6, so they are as far away from each other as possible. We've then got number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch, who's gone right in the middle of them. Terry Saunters and Liam Brown, number 24, number 94, Billy Winterburn and Bradley Atkinson, and completing this very, very strong looking 1000cc sidecar final lineup, we've got number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. So who will it be, which crew will it be who takes the win here? The British Masters is looming, these riders are just about getting to the form that they'd like to see. So tapes up, away they go. And it's fairly even. Terry Saunters has made a good run from the middle, but it's Mark Cossar who leads as they go into the turn. Michael Austin's gone roaring up the inside. Michael Austin gets himself into that second place. Tom Cossar's in third. He's got Tom Cossar all over the back of him. Michael Austin, they're 3 abreast going into the turn. That's a fantastic bit of racing going into that corner. Tom Cossar's gone up the inside. Michael Austin's coming around the outside. But while all that's going on, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe have got themselves away from the pack. Trevor Heath has now nipped himself up the inside in 4th as well. A brilliant lap of racing in the 1000 sidecars, but now things start to settle down. Trevor Heath is chasing Michael Austin for that 3rd place. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, they have absolutely got away here. Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, they've had too much fighting to do early in the race. They're having to try and make up the ground. Michael Austin's 3rd place does not look safe at the moment because Trevor Heath is all over the back of him. We seem to have lost one of our outfits somewhere along the line. We don't seem to have Billy Winterburn. So one more lap to go here, and Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, they go down the back straight. They have dominated this meeting. They've had the fastest race times. Now they're going to win the final. They come round this turn. He has a look behind him as he comes off the turn. It's going to be a win for Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. They take a win. Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards 2nd. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch 3rd. Trevor and Sam Heath 4th. Terry Saunters and Liam Brown 5th. Brilliant to see Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe back together. It's only taken them 2 meetings and they are back on the top step. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. What can you say about this crew? Are they the greatest of all time? It's certainly hard to argue against it. Another win for Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe.
Two brothers, first and second.
So a brilliant sidecar final as always. They really are coming on to a level pegging at the moment, these 1000 sidecars. I cannot wait for that British Masters in a few weeks' time up in Essex. There are some outfits at the moment that are going so well. There's definitely going to be some good racing up there. So the results of race 50, the right-hand sidecar final, it was a win for number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. 2nd place, number 29, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards. 3rd place, number 991, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. 4th place, number 191, Trevor Heath and Sam Heath. And 5th place, number 24, Terry Saunters and Liam Brown. The winning time, 1 minute 25.10, 1 minute 25.10. And that concludes racing for this afternoon. We have got 2 practices about to come out onto the circuit. We've got a 500 sidecar outfit and a 1000cc sidecar outfit. So once they've both had their practices...
Well, first of all, thank you everyone for coming along today and supporting the Grasstrack Banter Promotions Southern Centre Championships today. We've obviously wanted to run a big meeting earlier in the year, and that went pear-shaped because it rained. And then when it was pouring the rain here yesterday, you can imagine how we were feeling. Yeah, the track's been sensational once again. All of our track crew, Brian and Lou and Lewis and Paul Nelson and all the others that come up and help out. Sam Hurst and his dad Vince are here as well. Everybody that works really hard on the circuit. the farmer Brian and his wife Joan. They are the best landowners I think you could ask for in the sport. So without all of those people, we just couldn't do grass track racing. So yeah, a huge thank you to all of those supporters and the track builders and the people that make it possible. Big round of applause for those. Now similarly, we've got some great support and sponsors, and one person who's been absolutely fantastic to this club over the last few years is RJC Auto's Ryan Cooper. So Ryan, I'd like to introduce you to come up for the trophies today. Ryan Cooper, everyone. Now Luke says he's going to give you the right one, so he's not going to stitch you up.
He's guessing which ones you're going in. You don't know which order you're going through.
Luke, you're in charge. Which one do you want to go first? 250, good chance. Good. I think they're all here actually. Right, so first of all, I think this is the best I've ever seen this young man ride. Actually, third place, Jordan Derrick. I will speak to you in a minute, JJ, so be ready. And in second place, he rode really well today. Just about didn't make enough at the final, but rode brilliantly, Charlie Wood. And our winner this afternoon, he doubled up with the 250s and 350s. He was absolutely faultless in the 250s. Luke Harris! They're running away anyway. There's no time on the video. So 250 solos, Jordan Derrick, Luke Harris and Charlie Wood. Great racing from them today. So now on to the 350 solo class. Ran over 4 legs today, 4-point scoring rides. I'll just wait for him to get back before he comes and turns around again. In third place, Luke Harris again. And second place today, some brilliant races all the way through the day, Steve Garside. And the 350 champion for 2023. A great day's racing, Luke Clifton. So well done to our top 3 in the 350 solos, Luke Harris, Luke Clifton and Steve Garside. So now on to our 500cc solo, and we had some absolutely brilliant racing in the 500 solos today, some breathtaking starts, some sideways action that we really did enjoy, but third place this afternoon, he's back from the wilderness, the Cotswold Express, it's Tim Nobes! I don't know if he's saying that's our fault that he's here or what he said. Come and stand on this podium. It's been a while, I can't remember.
I've got nothing left, mate. I can sit on there, believe me, I can sit on there.
And in second place, we were absolutely delighted that this guy was coming to race here today, Bradley Wilson Dean. And our champion, a fitting champion, the Southern Centre champion for 2023 is a Southern Centre lad. He has been absolutely sensational today. Chad Wirtzfeld!
was hard work, really. Hard and Chad. Hey, I've got to refuel.
All done? So well done to our top three in the 500 solos, Tim Nobes, Bradley Wilson-Dean and Chad Wirtzfeld. Luke? Thank you. So on to the 500cc sidecars for this afternoon. Again, over 4 point scoring legs, some really tough racing. In third place this afternoon, Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin. And in second place this afternoon, some tremendous racing from this crew. They seem to get quicker and quicker every single week. Jordan Smith and Joe Page.
Oh, you didn't put it back? No, I can't do it. I want it back.
And the winners, the Southern Centre champions for the 500 sidecar class for 2023 in absolutely brilliant form today. 4 rides, 4 wins, Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. So well done to our top 3 in the 500 sidecars. Josh Goodwin and Scott Goodwin, Jordan Smith and Joe Page, and Sean Hughes and Lewis Bennett. So now on to the upright class. And in third place, he looked absolutely delighted as he crossed the line and realised he was going to be able to come up here for this podium. That's what it's all about. Luke Tuck. And in second place in the upright solo class, all the way from Cornwall, Jason Prynne. And our winner in the upright solo class, he switched from the 350s to the uprights for today. It certainly paid off. Super Dave Mears! Well done to our top 3 in the uprights, Luke Tuck, Jason Prynne and Dave Mears. We've got 2 left. Which is it going to be? Old and new. Okay, so the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup. So, the old and new sidecars, a brilliant final today. In third place this afternoon, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. He's on his way. And in second place today, it looked like they might be the crew to catch. Mark Seward and Terry Saunters. And our winners, getting their name on the Gold Cup for 2023, they are the stalwarts of this class, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres.
More room for a fat girl here. Well done, 72. Alright, thank you.
So a big well done to our top three in the Gold Cup, Liam Brown and Frankie Courtney. Mark Stewart and Terry Saunters are our champions, Mark Courtney and Leon Torres. So on to the right, they always leave the right hand sidecars to last. Always have to hang around the right hand sidecars, don't we? Right, so from practice, I don't know about the rest of you, but watching them going into this corner earlier, I was thinking, I'm glad I don't ride them anymore. They looked so fast today, really fast around this circuit. I think there's a whole load of right hand sidecars just getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and I cannot wait for the Masters in a few weeks' time. Today though, third place again, seems to be making a habit of it, Michael Austin and Vinny Branch. It's not fine.
Stay there.
And second place this afternoon, hitting form at a good time, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards.
That one shouldn't be there.
And our champions this afternoon, well, what can we say? They win, and they win, and they win, and they didn't win last week, but this week they got back on it and gave you a damn good thrashing. It's Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe! How good is it to see this old bugger back? Carl Blythe. Who'd have thought it?
No, we quit now.
He's living a bit though, isn't he? Yeah, tremendous racing from our right-hand side cars. Michael Austin and Vinny Branch, Tom Cossar and Wayne Rickards, and our champion for 23, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe.
You've got a bigger way to fall this time, Carl.